wish I could hear you. Mic muted, can't hear you. Still muted, muted. Hazel mic, muted. Yep. All right. now that I've sorted that out, what did I just spend the last 30 seconds talking about? I was talking about how I'm here and on time. I have a lovely cup of tea ready. Oh, I was talking about world quests and about how I feel on my priest. Like, I'm not really sure what to do. So I said I'm gonna do some world quests. I have 3 emissaries stacked up, and I really should do them. So we've got Dreamweavers, Wardens, and Kirin Tor. So we'll start in Val'sharah and do whatever we can. But ever since I got Artifact Knowledge 25 and I got my 34th trait, or 35th trait or whatever, it feels like kind of a waste of time. Like, the main reason I used to do emissaries before was for the artifact power and like a little stab at legendaries. And now that, I mean, sure, I still need the artifact power. You still want to be grinding that trade, but now that I have all my weapon pretty much finished, like, it's just like the really shitty chance at a legendary. But I should keep doing it because my only other chance at legendaries that I have in my life is the only other chance that I have going on for me is raiding, and you know, just raiding once a week's not really going to do too much. There we go, you're back. Looks like a good story you were telling. Yeah, go kill the Cow King. The Cow King is dead. I killed the Cow King like the second the event went up. I made a video. It's out. And you can only get loot off the Cow King once, so there's really no point in that. I have both of the toys. I have a lovely Tome of Town Portal, which you just like farm off the goblins. It's really easy. You hang out in the sewers for an hour and then you get that done. And then of course the 12-string guitar, all done, so nothing else really to worry about for the event for me. I was happy that they did the Diablo event also in Overwatch, but I was happy that the Overwatch version was pretty much just log on and we're gonna give you a bunch of sprays. You didn't have to do anything. They didn't make like a special brawl or anything. They didn't really do any hero skins. It was just you get some cool sprays and you get a player icon and then you're good. You don't have to actually spend time doing anything else. So, as somebody that tends to be strapped for time, I appreciate that. That was pretty nice. Hey Hazel, good to see you back to making content. Hope you had a good break. I really did. I'm hoping that having taken that break lets me make better content and also be a little bit more steady with it. Just because I found that towards the end of November, early December, I was just burning out. You can see it on my to-do list. I'm so cool that I have paper to-do lists that I do every day, where I like write down everything I need to do, and then I make a little box for every hour of my workday, and then at the end of that hour I write in what I did in that box to like stay accountable for my time. Because it's very easy to get off task when you're working from home, just like with nothing but a cat to judge you. So I do those, and you can see on those actual to-do lists, as I started to burn out, that I just like got less and less done, and in the summer it would just be like, well, that didn't work out. Fell asleep again, whoops. And I feel a lot better now, so hopefully that does it for me. I need to find out the Wardens ones. Alright, so I need to do Skullbrax. Let's start there. Wardens, Kirin Tor, and also Val'sharah. So we'll do Skullbrax. We'll do Yildiz. I guess I should do Sharp Talons for me as well. And then, doesn't look like there's any Kirin Tor dailies here in particular. Hopefully I can actually knock out the, World Quest portion of my day pretty quickly so we can actually do some skirms on stream. Because the other thing that's going on is Skirm Week. Skirm Week is up. And my Horde Druid needs honor talents. I'm not super trying really hard to finish my honor talents, my Horde Druid this week, just because, like on Tuesday the patch hits and I'm going to get my artifact power catch-up mechanic. I'm going to get like free artifact knowledge 20 on that character because I have artifact knowledge 25 on this one. I can just buy that compendium and send it over and be instantly an AK-20. And until I do that, I don't want to go super hard on honor talents because you get a lot of artifact power as you honor talent up. Like every second or third level gives you a really big artifact power token, and because I don't do a bit of PvP on that character, and the only PvE I really do is, I don't do a bit of PvE in that character. The only PvE I actually do is do I want to find a group? No, it'll spawn. There it is. Is world quests. Artifact power is pretty hard to come by, so I really want to make use of that stuff that I get. And now that I have at least my first row of talents, I can kind of sort of get by once I get my artifact power and my gear sorted out. So hopefully anybody that wants to play with me badly enough on the Horde side doesn't mind that my druid is just a little bit not done. So the video is still a fun thing to do. Oh yeah, no, I really like the event. I thought it was really clever how they did it. It's really cool seeing treasure goblins just running around, spitting out gold like they do. Okay, so that's one. Let's head up to Eaglet next, and then we'll do one more in that area. Probably purging the nightmare because I like Blood of Sargeras. I'm sometimes a little bit tight on order resources on my elves because they don't really fall from the sky when you're not playing the character all the time. And somebody suggested that I just like stock up a bunch of order resources from, because you can send them BOA with Blood of Sargeras. And I did the math, and you get 200 order resources that are BOA for one Blood of Sargeras, but a Blood of Sargeras can also get me, what, 10 Foxflower? And on my server, I don't know if it's like this in all servers, but on my server, Foxflower sells for like 35 gold a piece. So it's real expensive. Evening Hazel, love the shirt, thanks! I have the sweater in red and in blue, and I got them like years ago when I was back in Canada. I think I was like still a teenager. And they were really cheap, so I've been waiting for them to fall apart, and they still haven't fallen apart yet. Now, to be fair, I only wear them like 3 or 4 times in the winter, so it's not like I'm washing them all the time. But they've held up surprisingly well for like, you know, $10 sweaters from Canada. Hazel, hope you enjoyed stuff, and I have a cat that judges me too. Yeah, I mean, the cat's not all that judgmental. She's pretty sweet about it. She's just, you know what she is she's a nap pusher. Like, if I ever take a nap, the cat will always nap with me. She shows up in the bed within like 30 seconds of you getting in the bed. And she crawls under the covers with you, and then she sort of spoons under your arm like a teddy bear. And every single time, like not just sometimes, every single time that you nap, and she really likes that. So in the afternoon sometime, if she feels like it, she'll like come in and try and get you, and try and like bring you to the bedroom for a nap. And she's like, hey, don't you want a nap? And then if I don't do it, she'll just like curl up and sleep on the floor in front of me, like she's taunting me with naps. And somebody has a very hard time staying awake during the day. It's rough. It's rough when she's just pushing. She's like, hey, I'm a really cute cat, and I could be cuddling with you right now, and we could just be sleeping and be great, but no. You just want to sit in that computer and talk to yourself, so I'm just going to nap right in front of you. Hopefully you have better luck than I did. Well, I'm 1 to 22 with random queues. Oh, in Skirm Week, yeah. If we do skirms, I'll probably do... I was thinking of like a viewer skirm system where I get... it wouldn't really work. I was thinking of 2 skirms, but healers can't do 2 skirms. I was thinking of doing a system where if you lose 3 times, you're out, basically. And I guess I could still try and keep track of it separately for the 2 different people playing with me, but I don't need 2 people, basically. But I was thinking of queuing viewer skirms on Horde, and that would go not perfectly, but pretty well. I probably should have whistled, huh? That would have been a better thing to do. Hey chat, hey Hazel, hey Val'sharah. How does the catch-up work? You buy it in your main, mail it over? Exactly, yeah. So, depending on... There's 4 tomes. And you will be able to buy a better one if your main, the character that you're buying it on, has higher artifact knowledge. So, if your main has artifact knowledge 10, and that's it, then you could buy a tome that will get... You can buy the first tome, which gets an alt instantly to 5. If your main is artifact knowledge 25, if you are finished on your main... what am I doing here? If you're finished on your main, then you can buy the best tome, which instantly boosts to 20. If you are on your main below artifact knowledge 15, you can just purchase those levels instantly, up to 15 at a price of 500 order resources per. So if you are brand new right now, and you want to get 2 characters done, you would take one of them, and that's your main, and hopefully you have order resources. And you buy 15 levels worth of order resources. So you're looking at like what, 30k? No. 7k-ish order resources for that. And that puts you at 15. And then you take another K and you buy the tome. And at 15, I believe you can buy tome 2. And then that boosts your alt to 10. So then you have 1 at 15 and 1 at 10. And then you're just putting in work orders normally after that point. What server do you play on? My Alliance characters are on Lightbringer. My Horde characters are on Thrall. But with the way cross-server tech works, server doesn't really matter for anything but guild. Adorable cats have such funny personalities. They really do. Hey, Sarah. How you doing? I got to... I don't know if you guys remember, but last week I had to cut the stream short early to go to a party, and I was like making bread. The bread turned out real good. And at the party there was, it wasn't really a party, it was just like kind of a dinner with me and my husband and then like 2 other friends. It was like it was really nice. But at her house she has, her roommate had this cat. And it was a really friendly cat that was like aggressively into getting ear scratches and pets and stuff. So I just like sat in the stairs for a while and just like pet this cat, and the cat like, it was just so friendly that it would sit there and love you for as long as you were willing to pet it, and that was just really cool. So I enjoy being friends with all cats, although I will always love mine the most. Hey Hazel, hey Victor. I was bummed that neither Blackrock Hold or Darkheart Thicket weren't part of the emissaries today. Oh yeah. What am I don't think I need to kill this thing, but it's mad at me, so I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna get back at it. I can't just take that line down. Do you still do the Kirin Tor world quests? You think you're giving up on those? I do, because the Kirin Tor emissary chest that you get as a reward for actually doing Kirin Tor emissary has a chance to drop you an item that starts a quest that lets you eventually get the Wondrous Wisdom Ball pet, which is Khadgar's head floating around, and that's just really cool, and I need that. So I do still do them. I skip the ones that you have to like jump in between, the wind ones. I never do those unless it is the Stormheim one. The Stormheim version of that you can cheese by falling backwards off the bridge and then jumping forward once, and then you're done. So I cheese the Stormheim one. I don't do those if they pop up in other zones. I always do Lay Race. The flying to get the item thing is really easy. And then the barrel thing. The barrel thing, I switched from World Quest Tracker to World Quest List, and if we get to one of the barrel quests, I'll be able to show you guys what World Quest List does. But basically, I guess I'm purging. Oh no, that's what I came here for anyways. Basically, World Quest List puts a marker above the barrels, so it just marks them, and then you go, hey, it's the blue one, and then they floop around, and then you go, hey, it's the blue one, and then it gives you credit. And while that does ruin the intent of the game, I never really liked the game to begin with and just want to get my World Quest done, so I'm not really terribly averse to that. So yeah, World Quest List, it is like the second result for World Quest when you look on Curse. If you use it for nothing else. And I think there's a second add-on or weak aura that does it. I don't think you necessarily need the add-on, but that's how I do it, the barrel thing. If I cannot get them done without doing, if I can't finish it without doing the flying thing, then, and it's the last day, then I ask my husband to do it for me because he's really good at them. And if it's not the last day, then I just wait. I just wait until a better quest pops up, because I'm just, no. I refuse. I can't do it. The focaccia bread. The focaccia bread was so good. I was really worried that it wasn't going to be what I remembered, because my mom used to make focaccia bread growing up. And it was always phenomenal, and I really wanted it to be kind of like that one, but I didn't have a recipe, so I just kind of took one off the internet and then substituted stuff where I thought it would make it like hers. Like, for example, this recipe had thyme, which I know she didn't use, and then it didn't have any rosemary, which I thought was just a tragedy. So I took out the thyme and I threw in a bunch of rosemary, and I threw some extra rosemary on top, along with like the cheese and stuff, and it was really good. I want to make that again, but I have to make it when we have people over, which is never, because it makes like a pretty good loaf of bread, and I don't know if it would freeze very well. I guess you could freeze it, but for the most part, it's way too much bread for 2 people to eat in like a day or 2, and because it's homemade bread, it doesn't last very long. You forget how quickly bread goes bad when you only buy store-bought bread, because a lot of store bread will have preservatives in it that let it like sit on your counter for like a week or 2. And homemade bread, maybe I'm just doing it wrong, but you get like 2 days on the counter, or like maybe a week in the fridge, or in the fridge, and then a little longer in the freezer. But it will mold like a thing that really wants to be moldy if you don't eat it really quickly. So I try and make fresh bread like that when I have people around to share it with. All right, let's see. Dungeon world quests are the best. Yeah, I always avoid doing dungeons whenever I can. Not because I can't do them, but because I'm really lazy. I am like exceptionally lazy when it comes to WoW. Your audio is really off. Your music volume higher than your voice. Oh, shit. Thank you for telling me. I don't have a feed from my own stream sound, so if it's ever off like that, please let me know like that so that I can fix it, because that's a really easy fix, but I had no idea. It was from I had the volume up when I was recording a video, and I forgot to put it back, so thank you very much. Oh, I have a group. Okay, Yieldus. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. No way, Lightbringer. We raided in a guild called Leviathan back in vanilla BC. We were top 200. That's cool. I think that guild might still be, there might still be a version of it around. I don't know, to be honest. I don't really keep up with like server politics or people at all, really. Although occasionally I used to look at like the arena rankings for the server, because it's not a PvP server at all. And but I would look at like the top PvPers, and I was like in VoD I was number 2, and Barry, who happens to be on Lightbringer, was number 1. But I don't know if you can still look at those on the website. Hey Hazel, first time been able to make it to a stream. Just wondering, will you ever stream other games? You played Overwatch a bit. Want to know if you'd stream it one day. It's not off the table. I tend to stream WoW just because I've noticed that a lot more people watch the stream and watch the VODs when I play WoW, which is understandable. I have a WoW channel, so it's normal that people would want to see that. Dreamweaver. So one more Dreamweaver request. Oh yeah, that thing. How do I get up there? I could, I guess I just go jump in the ocean and water straddle around, huh? Let's fly to Bradensbrook and jump in the ocean from there. Yeah, so I'm not against doing other games on stream. I did an Overwatch stream once. I might do an Overwatch one at some point. But the other thing about Overwatch is it's really hard for me to chat and play Overwatch. Like, I'd only really be able to do it in between matches. And I really like WoW, like just doing world quests. I can sit here and just like talk with you guys pretty much the whole time. So let's go to Bladensbrook and hop my water strider and head around up north to the Falcosaurus. 715 coming out Tuesday is convenient for me because my DK is about to hit 110. Very nice. Yeah, that's really good timing. I'm almost tempted to level more alts now. Like maybe a second Alliance Druid, but I don't need one yet. I'll need a second Alliance Druid once I've actually got some rating on my first one, and I would like to pug with random people without having to worry about the rating. But I don't have any rating yet. I'm sitting at like 1800 and feeling like that's a big deal because it's very hard. For me at least, the ladder feels really deflated, and I'm just washed up. So maybe, but for now, I have 300s, and that feels like a good number, especially now that my priest is kind of done, and that I don't have to worry about rolling over research and stuff like that. Okay. Wondering which character is your lucky one. In your Demon Hunter, you've got Legendary from 2 crates, and your Shaman, you don't have one. But he got Ashes of Lar. Your Shaman will probably get a Legendary pretty soon. There's a pretty substantial buff to a Legendary drop rate for your first one. They have something in place. Oh dear. They have something in place to try and help you get that first Legendary out of the way, so you have at least one. I don't know how early you're supposed to get it, but I think it's pretty early, so hopefully your Shaman gets one soon. The barrels can die in a fire. Yeah. That was how I felt. So just having an add-on that marks them is A+. After I finish this Falcosaur quest, I'm gonna try and see if there's a barrels one up on the map. Who's mad at me? You? Are you gonna come all the way out here? Yeah, you are. I'll see if there's a barrels one up that I can go do and show you guys that add-on because it is just beautiful. Makes everything so much easier. How does World Quest work with the Kirin Tor puzzle ones? I haven't tried World Quest list with the puzzle ones where you actually like walk in the pattern. What I do for those is I usually pull up Wowhead, and then the top Wowhead comment for that puzzle one, somebody has actually plotted out all of the different paths that it can be and then put them as visual options within their comment. So you can just kind of match what it was to the thing, and then you have a thing to go off of, basically. I didn't explain that very well, but basically for the puzzle one, look at the top Wowhead comment for that quest, and it will help you out massively. You're known as a crazy animal lady. You visit people in their home for work, and if they have pets, it's guaranteed they will end up on or beside me. That's a good way to be. I like people's dogs, but I extra like cats because you have to try a little harder for cats to like you. Or try a little less hard, as it is. A lot of cats will like you a lot more if you ignore them, so that's usually a good way to go. Missing the BG videos. I did another one today. It's going to be out on Sunday, so there is a new one. It's just coming out Sunday morning, 9 o'clock Pacific. It's all done and ready to go, so that it'll be publishing Sunday at the normal time, and I should be back to doing those every week. I took a couple weeks off from the vacation, but I'm good now. We're back. You can use a mouse over macro for the barrels as well. Oh, that's a good idea. Mouse over marker macro. Yeah. I used to have marker macros for PvP. I would use one to remark myself after my Shadow Meld took my marker off back when that was a bug. And I bet you anything, no, you're right. You can totally make macros to do it. Maze, best to write the steps in the direction. Yeah. Yeah, I just like having a little visual image in the comment to go off of. I know there's oh, I need to not get too close to the Dream Grubber, it'll port me away. I'm running away. I'm not in, I promise. Don't port me. Oh, yeah, there we go. Is somebody calling me? Oh, I actually need to take this. Hang on, sorry. Mute. Okay. Alright, I'm back. I'm so sorry. I'm dead. I never, ever get phone calls. Like, at first my phone started ringing, I look at it, I'm like, what do I do with this? But that, I actually had to take that, so that's all done now. How long was I on the phone for? Like 15 minutes? I'll try and stream a little longer to try and make it up to you guys. I managed to get 74% of this quest done before I got ganked. I didn't realize I was on a PvP server. I guess the world quest thing must have put me on a different server. Okay, so yeah. What did I miss over here? I used to hate talking on the phone for years until I needed to use one for work. I was the same way. And I actually got a little better back when I used to have to talk on the phone for work, but then after I moved away from that job, I got worse again. But I only normally get really nervous about phone calls that I've never made before now. So what I do is if I have to make a phone call that I'm really uncomfortable about making, is I just like sit myself at my desk, typically with like my cat or a plushie or something on my lap. And then I'll just be on WoW doing something really, like not something hard that I have to concentrate on, but just something in front of me that's really familiar. And having that running really helps me not freak out too much over whether or not I'm saying the right thing, because in all honesty, nobody cares. As long as I can understand what you're trying to say, phone calls aren't that bad, but I definitely had really bad phone anxiety for a long time. Where on earth is my body? How do I find out? I don't remember where I died. You got me some Jasmine Dragon Phoenix Pearl Tea, and my, is it yummy? That sounds really good. I actually just ordered a couple new different types of tea with some smaller canisters to keep them in, because I'm on a tea kick right now. And I mean, I'm always on a tea kick, but I'm on an extra special tea kick. And one of the ones that I ordered was like it was a green dragon with Japanese pear, like just an organic green dragon tea with some Japanese pear involved. And I'm very excited about that. I have no idea where my body is. I don't want to take red sickness. Do you guys remember where I died and how to get back to it? It used to show you on your map. Why does it no longer show me on my map? What else did I miss here? We're here with regular old black tea. Hey, how you doing? YouTube doesn't have cool emotes. YouTube has super cool emotes. I swear there's a duck in here. Work, you'd rather talk on the phone than talk on the instant communicator all the time. What's an instant communicator? You do the same thing as playing something and you put a headset with a microphone on so you don't have to hold the phone. See, if I had to take phone calls at all, I would absolutely do that. Because that was just awkward and kind of hard on my shoulder. Legion is really lacking with short corpse runs. Yeah, I just wish I knew where it was. I could run back if I remembered where it was. Is it there? No, that's just... Why would it be there? The person I'm in a group with wouldn't know, would they? It's weird that you have a fear of phones now because it's all digital and the concept of analog sound becoming binary code freaks me out. That's a little bit weird. There's nothing wrong with that, and it's perfectly valid to be afraid of whatever you happen to be afraid of. We all have our issues, but that is a little bit strange. That's an odd reason to be afraid of the phone. A duck? Yeah, no, there's totally a duck. Let me find it. Crap, where's the duck? No, that's not a duck. That's a cat. I swore there was a duck. Oh, there's a frog. There's a little birdie. I'm getting closer. Getting closer. That's not a duck, though. Any of you guys know where the duck emote is? Yeah, somebody else got also ganked by the road. I'm probably gonna leave this group once I find my body, so that I'm no longer on a PvP server. There's cars and stuff. All right, well, I'm gonna go with the closest one. The next closest thing to the duck would be that one. There we go. Close enough. EU or US? Definitely US. American. You died in the Fal'Kasor quest in Val'sharah. No, I know. I'm in the Fal'Kasor quest in Val'sharah. Oh! How did I get all the way over here? Why am I in Stormheim? How did I do that? Did I do that while I was on the phone? I could have sworn I was still in Val'sharah. Okay, I went too far. I went way too far. Follow the red arrow. Oh. Well, that's embarrassing. experimenting with water and tea. What kind do you recommend? Also, tap water sucks and follow the red arrow. Okay. So, tap water, depending on where you live, sucks varying amounts. Obviously, you always want to use, if you're using tap water, cold water, and let it run for a couple seconds so it's aerated. You don't want water that's been sitting in a tank. You want it to have a little bit of air in it. Otherwise, you can filter. You can use filtered water. You can use spring water. But I live in a place that's got pretty good tap water, so I just use the cold tap water and air it for a few seconds. Water and tea. Big thing is to make sure that your water doesn't get too hot. If your water gets to a full rolling boil, it gets deoxidized, or at least I read that on the internet and it sounded true. And also, that's usually too hot for steeping most different types of tea. So don't get it too hot. And then beginner types of tea. I usually recommend somebody try and find a green tea that they like and a black tea that they like. And then like a nice herbal tea that they like. Mint is a really good herbal tea to start with. I really like having mint tea after like a big meal. Jasmine green tea is my favorite kind of green tea, but there's lots of just like good plain Chinese and Japanese green teas that are just really nice. And then you can't go wrong with a nice cup of English breakfast black tea. I ordered a lemon ginger caffeine-free herbal tea that I'm really excited about. I don't have enough different types of tea to have in the evening when I'm looking for decaf. I've been just drinking green tea in the evenings because green tea doesn't have that much caffeine, but it does have a little bit. So hopefully once I switch over to that, I can sleep like a little bit better. Oh, you found a chicken. That's pretty close. Very important question. How is US Lightbringer? Yes. Singularity shit, minimap, red arrow. Oh, how did the emergency bread turn out? It turned out really well. There's a picture on my Instagram, and it was freaking delicious. I would love to make it again. I just need to find some people. Yes! Okay, I need to find some people to eat it. Alright, so there's like a whole thing going on over here, so I'm just going to get out of this group and do this quest on my own, because I didn't actually need a group. Yeah, so there we go. Healing up, didn't have to spirit res. Somehow got out of the zone that I was supposed to be in. But we're good now. How is that a duck? It's a baby duck. Res sickness would have been over by now. Yeah, that's probably true. It's under the panda. Okay. Look at the top right of my screen. Okay, I can get used to this. I'm glad that you found your emote home. It's very important. Where's Skaterbun? Sometimes he shows up. I think he's currently not... Nobody's on. He's probably, doing something with his life. I hear that he sometimes goes outside or, like, has a job or something. The arrow... Yes. Okay. Legion lacks short corpse runs. Yeah. Did it res me in Stormheim? Because that would explain why I got lost. If it res me in Stormheim when I died in Val'sharah. Because that's silly. That's just silly. That would make it a little bit less my fault. Or that's still pretty my fault. Alright. So, we're Dreamweavers now, so we can just whistle back. I'm now familiar with where I am. And you know what we're going to do next? We're going to try and find a barrel quest. I can show you that add-on. A monkey-picked oolong tea. I've had oolong tea, but I've never heard of monkey-picked oolong tea. What kind of benefit is imparted to it by the fact that it was, in fact, picked by monkeys? This is no longer hot. You're in Helheim and you just got chomped by Guarm. Ask me anything. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so... we turn this in. We're going to open all 3 chests at once for maximum dramatic effect. So we're going to go pick up the Val'sharah quest, and then we're going to... So for Wardens, we only need 1 more, and then we need a bunch of Kirin Tor stuff. Can't go wrong with chamomile in the evening. The problem that I have with chamomile in the evening is it makes me too sleepy. I got, like, mentally conditioned to just pass out within an hour of having any chamomile tea. And I want something that's just, like, warm. Usually I just want something warm to drink on. I don't really care how good it is as long as it's not outwardly gross. I just want something warm to continue consuming in the evening. So I've got a lemon ginger coming. I've got a honey bush coming, which I think is, like, an African one, but it's supposed to be caffeine-free. And then, shit, there was one more. What did I get? I forget. Lemon ginger sounds nice. Hang on. You got a chamomile spice apple tea for the evenings. Oh, that does sound good, actually. Making me want to go buy tea on eBay. Tea on eBay? I mean, I understand that maybe in your country you don't have good tea vendors, but oh man, tea on eBay? Ugh, that scares me. eBay scares me in general. eBay's got a reputation for not necessarily having authentic products. So we're looking for one good wardens, and then that'll do. Let's go kill Doomlord Kazrock. That's easy enough, and then we'll be done with that, and then we can just get some Kirin Tor stuff done. Duck wall, anyone? I was thinking about being a druid, being able to goblin glide to the Falcasaur thing. Oh yeah, from the order hall. That's nice. Yeah, that one's a real pain. That northern one is a real pain to get to. I don't usually do it, but I just needed Val'sharah quest, and I also needed warden quest, so I figured I should. What are you doing to me, Hazel? Why? Skater's life outside the internet? I mean, it's not confirmed, but I have a theory. Chamomile and cider. Oh, hang on. Scrolls. I'm scrolling chat, and it scrolls me too far. Okay, monkey healing power is good. Top 2 leaves of the plant. Oh, it's a higher grade from what I understand. Got some in Seattle. Maybe I'll try and find some next time I'm in like a place that sells fancy tea, because I'd like to try that. High mountain and residue in there. Yeah, there should be no cross zone resing. That's ridiculous. How hard would it be for them to just drop some graveyards in the world? Seriously. Chamomile and cider. It's one thing that you don't see too often is I don't see a lot of people blending tea with alcohol, because I don't know. If I'm blending alcohol with something, usually I want to blend alcohol with something that is sugar. And I guess maybe like an iced tea, but I don't know. Not my thing. Kirin Tor, not even once. But the Wondrous Wisdom Ball, man. Don't you want Khadgar's head? I mean, you can buy them, but they're real expensive. So I need to get up to Doomlord Kazrock, and I don't remember. Is he all the way up there? That's really high up. I don't remember. Kirin Tor. You know what I do? I look it up. Wowhead. Doomlord Kazrock. Quest. Yes. Good. How do I get up there? Path starts near Azurami Repose. You have to go up the mountain at 4628. All right. 4628. That is cursor 4628. So like just directly due north of me a little bit. Should be able to find a path. Keep seeing your tea go cold. Yeah, I need like a mug cozy or something. I don't drink it fast. I drink it fast enough when I'm just playing, but when I'm streaming, I spend too much time talking. So I think this is the path I need to take. This should do it. So for matcha, it's high in theanine. Matcha is expensive. I have not, like, I drink really, I buy my tea in bulk sometimes, so it's discount. All right, here we go. Found him. Like on Amazon, not for particularly fancy tea, but just for like the black and green tea that I drink like large amounts of. On Amazon for like $13 to $15, you can get a 1 pound bag from either David's Tea or Stash also sells them of loose leaf tea that's reasonably good quality. Like it's not the best tea you're ever gonna have in your life, but it's perfectly fine for just everyday drinking. So I'm used to tea being really cheap because I'm cheap, and expensive tea, scary. Matcha's really good, don't get me wrong, and I usually have it whenever I go out to a place that serves it, but I'm scared of buying it because it's always pricey. I love a close-up of your horse's butt. Dropping in a zone, you have to drop in graveyard in the zone, you gotta survey the land, get the permit, zoning laws. It's hard stuff. Yeah, I mean, what if we just like scooch the red tape back? Just like stick it behind a rock. Nobody'll notice. Just like have people, like let people res at trees. Trees are pretty cool for, you know, just pretend that we're northern people from Game of Thrones. Okay, so I need Kirin Tor quests. We want the barrel one, so I can show you guys the thing, but I'll take whatever. Goal of Reach. No. I refuse. That's the worst one. That is literally the worst one. We're not doing it. That would be really, really infuriating to try and watch me do. Okay. Kirin Tor. Is there a way to filter this? Kirin Tor. Okay, so there's barrels of... Yes, okay, so we're going to head to Meridol. I'll show you the barrel thing. Hopefully I think because I have a couple days left to do that one, I can wait for more quests to spawn. I don't have to finish it today. Contains like more antioxidants than regular green tea. Oh, okay. You need midnight so badly now? Awesome channel. Love your vids, particularly the pet battle ones. Thanks, Spicecraft. If you want to buy fancy tea like Dragonfire mint leaves handpicked by a Chinese baboon, you don't know where to get that around here. Yeah, all the tea vendors that I can think of are either Canadian or American because that's where I locally buy tea. Does Whatcha do international shipping? Let me see here. Speaking of shopping, which I shouldn't, but speaking of shopping, they finally free international shipping. Yeah, here's the website you want. Baboon butt leaves found paste. Yeah, there you go. That's a pretty good website. They tend to throw in some freebies, and it looks like they do international shipping. I don't know if they internationally ship to where you are, but yeah, pretty good stuff. So the barrel thing, where are the barrels? Are they up there? But yeah, the Blizzard Gear Store thing, the Anna shirt that I've been literally checking it every day for actually months. It's been a slightly unhealthy obsession. I really wanted that sweater, and it was just out of stock forever, but they finally restocked them today. And I ordered one like the second that I saw it. And I also ordered the fair shirt, because who orders just one thing? So I'm really excited about that. Hopefully those come by soon. Clicking the icon of the Emissary I want to do. Yeah, and they kind of glow a little bit, but I wish they would just glow more. Okay, so we'll be able to do this one. We can do the Magic of Flight. Okay, barrels of fun. Anyone actually enjoy the Like the Wind daily? No, I don't know. I don't know. Baboon butt leaves, but I'm in the US. Oh, you are in the US. I'm very confused. I thought you were in Europe. Well, yeah, you can. That's still a good website for in the US. And then the stuff that I ordered from recently was actually just Stash tea. If you order their loose leaf, that's reasonably good stuff. Or Davidson's tea from Amazon, pretty good. Am I just dumb? Is it inside? We've had this conversation before. I know. You know what I think really gets me is that people have different usernames. Oh no, here it is. Okay. People have different usernames on Twitch than they do on YouTube. And that'll really mess me up sometimes. Okay, so Archmage Crime Hold. Sure, barrels. Alright, so what I do is sometimes it marks them and sometimes it doesn't do it right away. Alright, so it's not the skull, it is the X. So this is World Quest List that does this. That's marked them for me. And now there's another one. And it's the X again. So now I don't have to really follow it. I can just, you know, do a dance and have a good time. And then it's the X. Makes this part real easy. Alright, so marked a new one. It is the skull. There we go. One more. Square. Sometimes it's a little wonky with marking them properly, but... And then you don't necessarily need the add-on to do this, like somebody said, there's a mouse over macro that you can do. But add-on just makes it real fast. One more. Diamond. Did you end up getting the fishing artifact, and did you showcase it in a video you wanted to see it? Watch the entire esports VoD, you're looking for a follow-up. Okay. I did get it. I will show it to you. I want to do a whole guide that just like really, oh, it was diamond. I should focus. Only I could mess this up. X. So yeah, I want to do a really basic guide that just gives you the quick rundown how to get it. But I'll show you right now. Basically what happened was after I had logged off for like an hour or so and I came back, the pearl that I was trying to fish up dropped pretty much instantly. It dropped on the first cast. Yeah, there you go. That's the stuff. That is the coolest fishing rod that ever was. I think there might be some different color options that you can use on it. But basically, it's the best thing ever. I can, with Cursed Queenfish, High Mountain Salmon, and Runescale Koi, sometimes you just pull up a whole barrel and you just loot it and then you're good. And I can be a fish when I'm underwater. I can walk on water. I sometimes get boots. I have reduced enemy detection range. The thing's just awesome. If you do any fishing, you should definitely go for it. And I was going to do a video this week, actually. I was going to do one on Tuesday, or Monday, or Wednesday. I was going to do one this week, but then the Diablo thing happened, and I did that instead. So maybe next week I will do a more detailed video about that. But yeah, pretty cool. Where's my weapon? There it is. Kind of kills the fun of the shell game. Yeah, if you have fun playing the shell game, then absolutely don't use an add-on like that. But if the shell game, like for me, the shell game was never fun to begin with, I don't see anything wrong with cheesing it a little bit. So we are looking for Kirin Tor quest. There was one There was one in here. There was... So, Gift of Flight. We can definitely do that. Why is that one glowing? Does it count? It doesn't say it counts. Vault of the Warden startup sequence. Complete the startup sequence. Okay. It probably does count, and I probably don't want to do that. Oh, no, there's no one here. Goal reach. Oh, no, not the Like the Wind. I hate the Like the Wind ones. I hate them. I would rather wait for lay races to pop up. But there's nothing here. There's nothing in Stormheim. There's just another freaking wind one in here. And then there's nothing here. So we can go do the one. If I want to finish it today, then I have to do the dungeon one, and I also have to do Like the Wind. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm just going to go do the Magic of Flight, and then I'm going to call it good enough and wait for some other better ones to spawn over the next day or two, because I don't feel like doing the wind thing. China, Zhejiang, Wild Growing, Dragon Well, Longjing, Green Tea. What are these names? Yeah, I mean, the nice thing about that website that I linked in particular is that it's not, like a lot of tea websites like Teavana and whatever, they kind of cheat by using flavoring in their tea. So there's like powder, like, you know, you would put in like a, you know, those like flavor powders you get for your water. It's kind of like that. It's like artificial flavoring that's in the tea as a powder, and it adds extra flavor, and it's usually caffeine free, and it's usually sugar free. So it's not necessarily bad for you, but it's kind of cheating in that the flavor that you're drinking isn't technically tea. It's more of like a concentrate thing. And then when you're trying to re-steep those leaves, often that flavoring has dissolved the first time, and the re-steep doesn't taste nearly as good. So the nice thing about Watcha is it doesn't use any of that. It's just tea. It's not extra weird crap. There's no cocoa. There's no chocolate chips. There's no, like, just carrots and crap floating around. It's tea. And that's why you get so many weird adjectives on the tea leaf, is because they sell a lot of different kinds of green tea, but most of it's just green tea, so they have to really specify what's going on with that particular variety of green tea. Thanks for the add-on. I sent you a message with a link to Stash's teacup warmer. You're the best. Oh, thanks. Look at those markers. Yeah, the markers are pretty good. Anyone else freeze? Just me, not freezing. Pest at 5 to reload. Okay. Fishing artifact is kind of comically neat in the Gnome. I think it looks really good in the Gnome. I've been really happy with my decision to race change to Gnome. It's been really working out for me. I was worried that I wouldn't like it. Actually, while I'm flying, I'm going to microwave my tea real quick. I'll be right back. Alright. If you unfull screen your map, World Quest List organizes them on the side for you. So map, unfull screen. Oh, yeah. Oh. Kirin Tor. Gotcha. Yeah, see, I only installed this add-in yesterday for using it with the barrel thing, because I saw it do the barrel thing on my husband's computer. So I hadn't tried this yet, but that's actually really nice. Okay. Magic of Flight. Why couldn't they make all of them like this? Love your pet metal advice, thanks. Teavana is expensive. Teavana is expensive, and it's also not necessarily good tea. I mean, it's nice tea, and like it tastes good, but like I said, they use a lot of flavoring. Whenever you buy tea, sorry, I know we've talked a lot about tea, but whenever you buy tea, I always like to look at the ingredient list to see what's in it. Because if it says something like, you know, black tea, peaches, cinnamon, cloves and lemongrass, for example, then those are all things that are accepted as part of tea in my head. But if it also says, you know, you've got like some citric acid and some artificial flavoring or some natural flavoring or whatever, at that point you're a little bit farther away from tea, and it's not necessarily going to stand up that well. Like the wind, do it. It leads to anger, leads to hate, leads to the dark side. Bring back the Sith Empire. Cocoa and chocolate chips sound so good right now. They're good, but people put them in tea, and when you put a chocolate chip in water, it doesn't make it into hot chocolate. It makes it into water that kind of tastes like chocolate and mostly tastes like water, and it's just gross. I've had a lot of types of tea that have cocoa in them, and I have yet to find a blend of chocolate tea that I actually like. They're like, some of them are kind of okay, but you have to put a lot of milk and sugar into them before they're any good. And at that point, you just make some hot chocolate. I mean, there's nothing wrong with enjoying hot chocolate, but it's not tea. I'm like, maybe there is a version of it that contains cocoa that I would really like, but it's just a bizarre flavor that I've never really enjoyed in my tea. Seems harder and harder to find real tea from the popular tea vendors. Yeah. Yeah, even Stash is really guilty of the artificial flavoring thing, but what I do is I just look, like I said, I look at the ingredient list and I see if there's, oh dear. Okay, we're cool. I see if it's got stuff that is or isn't tea. Like with the lemon ginger, Stash is lemon ginger, and they have one that's the normal one, and then they have one that's organic, and the organic one is actually just lemongrass, I think lemon peel, and then ginger root. And that's the whole thing, whereas the other one contains a lot of extra stuff. You let your oldest son name the pets for your hunter. Now you have a Hydra named Fufu and a gorilla named Harambe. Oh, man. I mean, can't argue with a gorilla named Harambe. And I think Fufu is a pretty good name for a Hydra, so I think he's on point. Your son's gonna be a great person. I agree. Hot chocolate with water is a crime. Milk is the way to go. On the subject of tea, hibiscus tea is something you've been really enjoying lately. There were some good hibiscus blends that I was looking at, but I don't really like tea that's almost sour. And a lot of the hibiscus teas were like hibiscus pomegranate, hibiscus raspberry, and they looked like they were a very tangy tea, and sometimes I don't always like that. Sometimes it's just too sharp on my tongue, if that makes any sense. Okay, so that's close enough. You know what we're gonna do is we're gonna whistle, we're gonna pick up the Warden's Emissary, we're gonna open, oh, my chair squeaked. We're gonna open 2 boxes, and then we got like an hour and a little bit, because I'm gonna go a little longer because I was on the phone for a while, and do some, do we do battle pet collecting or do we do horde skirmishes? I'm not decided. I need more battle pets, and we could like keep looking for wild pets, and there's a question that I know I need to do in Hyman that would get me another battle pet. But it's skirm week, and I could do some skirmishes. I don't know. It's a cool kid, way cooler than I was at that age. Yeah. Hot chocolate with milk is usually the way to go. Sometimes it gets really rich though. Sometimes I just like a cheap Tim Hortons hot chocolate with just like a little bit of whipped cream on top, and I feel like that evens out. I'm glad we're having a real conversation about tea. I feel like this happens on most of my streams, and honestly, I don't mind. I wouldn't be able to really talk about tea with my friends. They'd be like, what do you mean? There's Lipton, and my mom drinks it. Republic of Tea. I've heard of Republic of Tea, but I haven't tried it. Let me look it up real quick. Loose leaf. Ooh, they have some nice stuff. Oh my goodness, some of these are expensive. They have a hibiscus vanilla apple full leaf. Oh, it's for £1. Okay. Still though. Actually, $42 for £1 is not that much, but that's who wants to buy a whole pound of tea? Actually, that's silly. I buy a whole pound of tea, but I usually buy a whole pound of tea for like $15 for like really basic black and green tea, because I think tea is good when you have a lot of it, and you don't have to worry about conserving it. You just have tea because it's good. Ellie is fun and decent. Any tips for Ellie Shams wanting to PvP? It's just not a thing. No, it's good. Ellie is really good in Thundercleave right now. It is really good in LSD, and I think there's another comp that they also run. But Ellie's been doing really well. They have a lot of mobility. They tend to kite pretty well, and they do really crazy damage just randomly. Like, outside of cooldowns, you're just going to get a bunch of procs, and then you just throw a bunch of meatballs at somebody, and they just die, and then they get mad. I know because it's happened to me. Alright, so we're gonna open 2 boxes. Big drum roll. Can I look up a drum roll sound? Let's see here. I used to do this. I used to do this when I was doing pet battle giveaways. Drum roll. I'm pausing that after 3 seconds because who wants 52 seconds of drum roll? And nope. No legendary. That was too much to ask for. 840 and 835. Those will make delightful shards. Tim Hortons, so Canadian Hazel. I used to just really, like, nice thing about Tim Hortons is that it's cheap. It's not necessarily, like, holy grail fast food. It's good, but it's not anything super special. But the nice thing about Tim Hortons is that it's pretty cheap, and it's everywhere. Like, if you just want a cup of steep tea or, like, hot chocolate or just coffee, it's everywhere, and it's really consistent. So I really used to just like getting, like, tea and a bagel, or, and it's, like, all the ones that I was ever near were open 24 hours a day, so if it was, like, 3 in the morning and really cold out and I was like coming home from the club, I guess, because I was partying age back when I was up in Canada, and I would get off the bus near my apartment, and there's a Tim Hortons there because there was a Tim Hortons everywhere. Or if I got off work and it was really late, and I would just like stop in and pick up like a little hot chocolate for like $1.50, and I would just have that while I walked home. And then if you want, you could get like a peppermint hot chocolate or like a raspberry hot chocolate, because that's pretty easy to do with the syrup shots. And it's already sugary, so it doesn't really matter. And it's just it was like a comfort thing, because it was just always there. Do you raid? We do raid. We raid, I raid all my Shadow Priest 2 nights a week. We only do 1 night a week right now because we clear Emerald Nightmare and Trials of Valor in 1 night. We're not a Mythic raiding guild, we just do heroic raids, but I like heroic raids, they're fun. If not, Hearthstone pet collecting sounds cool. So yeah, no Hearthstone. Probably gonna do pet collecting, I think. Yeah, because I already did the Skirm quest. Let me change the stream title. World Quests, World Pet Collecting. Cool. All right. So what do we actually need? We're looking for pet battles collect. We're trying to finish Broken Isle Safari. That's what they call it. So I guess I'm just going to start at the top. Fledgling olive back. Where would I go if I wanted to find a fledgling olive back? Also, I should get my collecting team set up. So I want Grumpy. With his Howl Super Bark OP-ness. And then the other stuff doesn't really matter. Let's just throw like a... Whatever works. Alright, so the olive back is in Asuna, so I'm in the right zone. And it looks like they spawn kind of west of Azurewing Repose, so I'm gonna get back on the plane. The bird plane, you know. You know how it is. Where'd the bird plane go? There we go. Head up to here, and we should be able to find one. Doesn't look like they're too rare. Kind of looks like it's just a bird. Military stand, run northwest. Banshees. Top of the tallest mountain in Asuna, and then fledgling king feathers, which is the other one I need, is apparently all the way up there. They cannot be secondaries. Okay. So maybe I should go to the Illidari stand instead. Maybe I should just get off here. Will it let me? No. I went too far. I already went too far. With respect, why DE your gear? Secondary stat squish may have to make you change stat priorities. It might make me change stat priorities, but I don't think my stat priorities could change enough to make me want an 835 when I'm wearing like 880s. It's just unlikely. So, alright, we're gonna go to Illidari stand, because Wowhead told me to, and I always listen to Wowhead. They typically know what they're talking about. Illidari stand, and run northwest along the road until I hit an area with banshees in it, okay? Northwest. Alright, so the banshee area is like here. And then there'll be a path. Alright, so it looks like I wanna... I don't know. I'll just follow the instructions as we go. Two skirms are a good way to begin questioning your existence and why you're doing what you're doing. Yeah. I haven't been able to queue 2 skirms since they disallowed healers from them, so I don't know if they're better or worse, but from the sounds of it, they're not really all that much better. King Feather is the rare spawn of the olive back. Okay, that's good to know. Grumpy is the name of the dog, and the reference characters are from Game Grumps. Are they actually from Game Grumps? That's cool. I didn't know that. Hey chat, don't PvP. What does LSD mean? WoW PvP. It means Lock Shaman Druid. Typically Ellie Shaman. If you're playing with an enhanced Shaman, it becomes LSD 3. I don't know why, but you get a Affliction Warlock usually, and then an enhanced or an Elemental Shaman, and then a Resto Druid, and that's LSD. It typically plays pretty PvE like. Your Lock just rots everybody down. The Shaman just bursts damage where they can, and the Druid just sits behind a pillar and pretends they're raiding. All right, so we take the path. Do I have an old tail hair yet? Do I need one of those? No, I'm good on that. So I was to the right. You'll see a path that heads up. Keep climbing and reach the top of the tallest mountain. Asuna to the right. Okay. So do I want to head up past where I killed Doomlord Kingle Kongle? Like, am I going up that way? Looks like maybe. And then if the lock is like Destro or Demo, then you usually just affix that in the beginning. So it'll be Destro LSD or Demo LSD. But normally you see the Affliction version of it. It's funny because whenever you actually say it on the forums or in BattleNet chat, Blizzard censors it because of the drug, I guess. So it looks like you swore when you were just talking about the comp. People used to run Priest and LC and Cat M up. I did not know that. I did not touch a mite of PvP. All right, so I'm in the wrong plot. This is not where I need to be. This is the end of that road. I did not touch the slightest bit of, oh, you know what? Maybe I need to get up there. Let's look for a path to the left. I didn't touch any PvP in Mob. And in Kata, I only did 2s. I didn't really do 3s at all in Kata, but I did a little bit of 2s on my Resto Druid. I was Horde back then. Do you guys know? Not the Doomlord way in high. Okay. So where is it then? Where do I go? Good resources for learning about WoW PvP? Depends on what class. Skillcapped has some good overall information, but you don't really need to stay sub to it. You can pretty much just watch the videos that they have and then you're good. But that does cost money. It's $5 for a month of Skillcapped. Free resources, you've got... It's usually class specific. Like I can't think of one free website that has all of the information for everything. Typically you want to find a really good player for a certain thing and then look on their YouTube channel and their Twitch channel. And sometimes their websites, they'll have write-ups. Further west. Okay, yeah, let's backpedal then. Let's backpedal. Back when Holy Priest was cool and had Void Shift. I don't remember Holy Priests in Kata. I know they were around like a little bit, but I was pretty low rated in Kata too. I went back actually and looked. I went back and looked at the druid that I played in Cataclysm. And just to see, because I didn't remember how high she had ever gotten in PvP. Like I knew I PvP'd in Kata, but I couldn't remember the rating for the life of me. It was just doing 2s with like some friends. And I think I was like a 1700 druid in Kata apparently, which is better than I thought. Honestly, I thought it was going to have been like a 1400, 1300 scrub druid. But I don't know what rating was like in Kata either. I wish I hadn't quit. I wish I had just played PvP from Kata straight through Mom and straight through Warlords, because then I would be good by now. Then I wouldn't be just like shuffling around living my life as a washed up duelist that can't get, I mean, I don't know, we'll see. So, going back. Path is up to the wellspring, 2 boulders on the right before you actually get to the wellspring. Perfect, okay. So, this path and then 2 boulders on the right. Gotcha. Thank you. Warlock PvP specifically. Okay, so really good warlocks to keep up with. Snuts is one of them. He's a method streamer. He's been streaming a lot of PvE lately. All right, 2 boulders, 2 boulders, 2 boulders on the right. A little farther probably. Who else? Who else does good warlock resources? Aha, I found the path. Maldiva. Actually, Maldiva's stream actually might have some really good stuff. I've heard a lot of people on Twitter talking about how they learned a lot from Maldiva. His stream and his guides. So those are the 2 of them. How did I get into PvP? I don't remember. I don't remember at all. I think it was out of spite. I think, so I was your average teenage WoW playing chick that was like really insecure. And my high school friends at the time were talking about how they wanted to put together a 3s team. And I think I asked if I could be on it. and they laughed at me and said, ha! I don't know if they said girls can't PvP. This was like 10 years ago. So, well, not 10 years ago, but it feels like it. So my brain is paraphrasing. But they either inferred or said that either me or women in general didn't PvP and that I wasn't good enough to play with them, which would have been absolutely true at the time because I didn't PvP. But I don't think they were anything. I don't think they were super hot shit either. So, hang on. No, that's a grizzly squirrel. So I got really mad. And decided to PvP just because somebody said that I couldn't, because I'm very easily manipulated like that. So I think that was why I started. I didn't play with them anymore by the time I actually started doing it though. I was playing with different people. I had met new friends. Fledgling Kingfeather. Isn't that the rare one? No. Yeah. Yeah, right? Yes. Okay. So I need to get that pet. Hello? Will you please come down? It's rare! Oh my gosh, that's great. Okay. We're gonna not fuck this up. He's got Thrash, Preen, Cyclone, and I can deal with those. Perfect. Did you one day decide I'm sick of being trash? Yeah. Warlord, you remember Skater 2s with your hunter specifically? Oh, that was just for fun. I never pretended to be anything but trash on my hunter. The time I'm talking about was back in Cataclysm. And then I didn't PvP or raid through mop. I just leveled alts and did pet battles and did YouTube stuff. And then in Warlords, I decided to get back into it just because I missed it. I remembered how much fun it had been. Shit. That's not going to kill it. There's no freaking way that 153 damage turns into 453. Okay, cool. Yeah, so in Warlords, I just remembered how much fun I had in Cataclysm. So I decided to get back into it. Oh, he healed. Bastard. I really need to not kill this. Super Bark doesn't come back for another... Thankfully, Bark doesn't hit him very hard. Maybe I can actually throw a gosh darn trap, please? Please? Yes! Cobrak. Like to see some hunter videos. This expansion, you're playing your hunter a lot? Oh, man. I don't think I'm going to be the right place to find hunter videos. I'm sticking... I've decided to stick with my Resto Druid until I'm the best Druid that I can be. Like, when I feel like I am playing my Druid perfectly, and the only times that we ever lose are not my fault. When I can honestly say that, then I will start multi-classing, but I'll probably start branching out into other healers first. Alright, I'm really excited about that. So... I probably won't be doing any hunter resources for PvP anytime soon. Who plays a good PvP and hunter these days? Did Jellybean still play? He used to stream. That guy on Skype. Only gay guys and chicks are good healers. Oh yeah, that was so funny. Oh man, I pugged somebody. I pugged somebody on my Twitch stream last year, or the year before, I don't remember. And I got in voice with them, and I think they knew they were on stream too. And I got in voice with them, and I said hi, and sometime in that, well, I think the first thing they said was, hey, are you actually good? Can you actually play WoW? Are you sure your boobs aren't going to get in the way? And then we played a game or two, and it turned out I could, in fact, heal his 1700 S, because it wasn't that high rated. And then he said something along the lines about how all the best healers are gays and chicks. His words, not mine. And that was just the funniest shit. He wanted to play after that, but I think I took him off my list pretty early because, as funny as it was, that kind of stuff just gets to me. Can't believe you got one so quick. It took me hours to get a spawn. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just the luckiest thing that's ever happened to me right there. I'm pretty jazzed about that, and it was a rare one. What are the odds of that? Okay, we're not gonna fuck this up. I've accidentally fucked it up before, so I just really... It would have been really awful to get that first spawn, fledgling Kingfeather rare, and then just, like, bite it to death. That would have been really awkward. Do you enjoy PvP this X pack? You're a casual PvPer. You notice not everyone is quite equal in damage, which I love. Your thoughts? I have been enjoying PvP this X pack. I know a lot of people say it's awful and really unbalanced, but I don't think it's ever been balanced. I don't think it's ever... imbalanced. And it's pretty, like, right now you get a lot of comp diversity, and that's been something missing pretty heavily from PvP in the past, especially in Warlords. Hey, there's a treasure chest up here. I really like that pretty much any class has a good spec, and that spec has a comp or two that it can actually run to a high rating. So I really like that. I've been having a lot of fun. Healing is hard right now. Healing is hard, and it feels challenging, and it feels punishing. And I know a lot of people might not find that fun, but the thing that makes me feel better about how gross healing is right now is that all of the other healers are having the exact... Oh, God. These are elites, huh? All of the other healers are having just as bad of a time as I am. Like, you're not necessarily... Your team isn't at a disadvantage. And the other healer is just as wrecked as you are. I need to just... loot the thing and jump off the mountain or something. There we go. That was not worth it. I was expecting a... Alright, there we go. Bye! Oh no, I needed that fledgling... Oh, that crap. Okay, we're just gonna climb back up the mountain and not aggro those guys next time because they hurt. Jelly still plays. You're dying. Mistweaver's amazing in PvP. Mistweaver's really good right now. Are they getting nerfed in the patch? I think they're getting toned down a little bit. I don't run Pet Tracker. I run Pet Tracker, oh dear, I'm really high. I run Pet Tracker Switcher because Pet Battle Info doesn't work anymore, but I don't actually use Pet Tracker specifically anymore to track pets just because I almost never go collecting pets. You pretty much do it once and then you're done. Alright, so we need to get back there. Let's just whistle. Let's just whistle and do it over again. But yeah, Mistweavers are really good, and I think it's probably a good beginner healer too, because they are by far the easiest healer to kite on right now from what I see. They have a lot of mobility. You've got your port, you've got your rolls, you have a lot of ways to get away from people, and what that means is that most of the time, people aren't going to sit on you. And if they do, you can just get away from them. And that's a big challenge in early healing, is people just kill you before you really get a chance to figure out what to do. And that's less of an issue on Mistweaver, so they're a really good one to start with. You rerolled the Priest after maining a lock. You love it. You would love healer-oriented videos. Definitely gonna do healer-oriented arena videos once I'm a little bit better. I feel really dumb making... I mean, I'm certainly qualified to make beginner arena guides and keybinding guides, basic positioning and whatever, but I feel really dumb doing it when I'm just 1800. I need to put... I feel so... Alright, real talk. I feel so bad about where I'm at in PvP this season, because I figured, like, in Warlords, I tried really hard, and I practiced a lot, and we streamed every day, and I worked really hard, and I made it to 24, 25, almost 2600, playing Turbo. And I was really proud of that. I felt really good about myself. I felt like I'd worked really hard and gotten somewhere, and I felt if I continued, I could do better and maybe get Gladiator. And then, of course, Warlords ends, and I take, like, the end of Season 3 off, so I didn't really push, because I was busy with other stuff, like Legion videos, basically. And Legion Season 1 happens, and I take that off, too, because I was PvEing really hard. And now it's Legion Season 2, and I'm getting back into it, and I accept that I'm going to be rusty. Like, I know I'm not going to be instantly 2400 again, because A, rating deflated like a ton, and secondly, because I've had, you know, almost 2 seasons off. I haven't been at it, and I'm going to be rusty. But I didn't think I was going to be this rusty after having put like a good 300-400 games into it. I've played quite a bit in this new season, and I'm really bad. And not even just like rating deflated and 1800 is the new 22, even though sometimes it does feel like 1800 is the new 22. But because I'm making mistakes that I didn't used to make, and I'm consciously trying to avoid making them, but my overall awareness has just gone in the trash. To the point where it feels like it's more than just me getting rusty. And I refuse to accept that I'm getting old. So what I'm actually doing is I've noticed the other thing that's kind of correlated with this is lately, over the last couple of months, I've had like my overall boulders, there we go. My overall attention span was never good. I was never great at multitasking. Things just kind of fall out of my head all the time. And I typically had a hard time sitting still and doing one thing. I would usually have a second thing open at the same time. So my attention span wasn't great, and it's been getting a lot worse. And I think part of that is because I always have like a constant drip feed of media just like always on. Like there's always a Reddit tab open, there's always Twitter on my phone, there's always something else happening at the same time. Like I never just play WoW or just play Hearthstone. I always have like forums in game or game in game, or you know, like Skype call and Twitch chat conversation and game. Like I'm never just doing one thing. And I think between that and between just too much media time, I think I just trashed my attention span and my focus, and I think it's detrimentally affecting my arena skills. So what I did is I took the Reddit app off my phone. I'm either quitting or severely cutting down on Reddit because that's just bad for my brain. I accept other people can use it responsibly, but I can't. I'm trying to spend less time just like looking at stuff that doesn't matter, and more time just focusing on doing the thing in front of me. And hopefully I can get enough focus back, because the big thing that's been kicking my ass in arena lately is whenever I run into a mage, which isn't very often because they're not terribly strong right now, but whenever I run into a mage, as a Resto Druid, I can shift polymorphs. There's enough time in their cast. I can see them walking towards me. I can see them positioning, looking for it. I even have bigger cast bars on my screen, so it's very, very obvious when they're looking for polymorphs. I have zero excuse to get sheeped, and it happens to me twice a game now. It never used to happen to me. Like, it did when I was learning, but then I practiced and I got better, and it didn't happen anymore, and now it happens again. Or I'll just forget that somebody has a kick, and I'll just eat it and go, whoops. And that, like, these are problems that I've already worked through, and it feels really bad to have them again. So I just need to spend a lot of time and practice a lot and just work on, like, meditating and focusing a little bit more so that I don't have so many things falling out of my brain, because I have a hard time concentrating. Alright, checking chat. How late am I? A little bit late, not too late. We've got another 40 minutes left in the official stream, and I'm gonna go 10 or 15 minutes late because I wasted around a little bit. I sat around a little bit on the phone because I had an important phone call. Let's see here. When are you whipping out some casual Hearthstone games on us? I don't know. You gotta wait till summer to complete your world pet quest list. Oh my gosh. You have to wait until summer to complete your old world pet list. Yes, the Project Earthling. It's weird that they only ever did 2 season exclusive pets like that. You'd think they would have done more of them. I need to engage this olive feather. Hello. Yeah. Good. Okay. I'll take that one. It doesn't need to be super crazy rare. You enjoy the PvP mainly because you love the look of the prestige mounts. I need to, that's the other thing that I'm really excited about once I have spent more time doing arena, is you continue getting honor just when you're queuing arena and practicing. So prestiging should just sort of happen naturally. I'm almost to my 2nd prestige on my druid, and I believe you get the mount at prestige, what, 4? So I'm excited about that first mount. That'll be kind of cool. Here we go. Hazel, what is dinner gonna be? Hang on. Italian Mythic, you didn't remember the stream. Made sausage and peppers, just sausages. Sausage and peppers is an Italian dish with a side of pasta. Oh, that sounds good. Tangent about attention spans, you've been feeling the same way. Yeah. It's easy to blame it on other stuff, but I really do think it has something to do with the way we and also me specifically consume media. Like, I've got 2 monitors. It's so easy to have, like, so many different sources of input that it's not terribly surprising that I've lost a lot of the ability to focus on just one. But I'm trying to cut it down a little bit, or a lot, and get my attention back. Quit asking her to play Hearthstone. Arms blue prestige weapon is beautiful. Oh yeah, that weapon skins. I am really close to my Resto Druid first artifact weapon skin. I've been using actually a completely transmogged weapon. I've been just completely mogging my weapon to something else because I wanted to show off the blue enchant. For whatever reason, I lost my red enchant. I had it, and I must have accidentally deleted it because I'm dumb. Before Legion came out, so I don't have that one in my journal, but I do have the blue one. And I want to show people that I used to be cool, so I put on the blue enchant, and then I put on a weapon that shows it off. But once I actually get the prestige artifact weapon, I'll probably wear that for a while instead. You'll never give up on Hearthstone. I play Hearthstone all the time. I just don't think it's necessarily the best thing to stream for me because my audience doesn't always like Hearthstone. Destro lock prestige weapon's pretty amazing. I don't know what anybody else's skins look like. I barely know what my skins look like. I had to check. I had to actually sit and check to see what my other artifact weapon skins look like. But yeah, I really badly want to be better at PvP this season. Once I sort out my issue with getting... Bye. Sometimes my dog just gets up and leaves, and it's like, we're in an apartment. Like, where are you going? You're gonna go lay in a different bed? Like, what's up? He leaves like he has such purpose. Yeah, once I sort out getting accidentally sheeped when I shouldn't be, and I sort out eating kicks when I can't afford it. It's okay to eat kicks because sometimes you have to cast and there is not always time to be juking, but you just need to make sure that you are hard casting when you can't afford to be kicked. You don't want to do it when it's going to ruin your whole day. All right, so what else do we need? Dust Bunny is in Dalaran. Rose Tie Pan, what's that all about? That sounds like a snake. I feel like I've seen those. Rose Tie Pan. Stormheim. Okay. Looks like they are all over the place. Are there any... Actually, you know what I should do? I should do this by zone. I should see if there's any other ones in Asuna specifically. Asuna. Alright, so Eldritch Mana Fiend and Fel Spider. Alright, so let's... The Eldritch Mana Fiend, I'm pretty sure is either a day or a night one. Which means I might not be able to get it until later. Comments, let's see here. So... Eldritch Mana Fiends only spawn at night, and they share spawn points with Erudite Mana Fiends, which spawn during the day. So I can't get that one until nighttime. The Fel Spider, however. Are some videos like the Dino Horde videos classics? I bet you a lot of people haven't even seen the Dino Horde video because it was like 3 years ago and it's really bad. Whenever you stream, I'll see it as long as it's at this schedule. Yeah, I'm pretty attached to this schedule. The schedule works really well for me. Helps me often concentrate listening to some long video, for example, an 8-hour nature soundtrack. Oh, that's a good idea, actually. Sometimes when I need to focus at work, I have a Pandora station that has classical music for studying. Pretty much just has really, really cliche classical music, but it does work. Good luck getting the Dust Bunny. It took me ages to get the rug. I still need to learn the spawn points for those. I don't know them off the top of my head. All right, so we're gonna find out where the Fel Spider spawns. I'm gonna try and not lose my voice. Okay, so it looks like those are all over here. So I'm pretty close. Let's whistle. And let's fly to the Illidari Perch and find us a Fel Spider. What are your New Year's resolutions, just for the sake of argument? New Year's resolutions. Well, I kind of started like at the end of last year, or the year before last year, I guess, like in 2015, I started really looking at how much work I was getting done and how I was spending my time, and try to start making some changes to use my time more efficiently and to grow my YouTube channel and become better at the things that I do, and just generally make better use of my time. And ever since then, ever since about November of 2015, I've been trying very hard to stick to that. So basically what I'm resolving in 2016 is just to continue what I'm already doing and just do my best to spend my time properly and not get too off track. So things like meditating every day. I like to meditate for 5 or 10 minutes in the morning. I'm not very good at it. I don't usually end up focusing very much. Also, where the hell am I going? I was gonna fly, I forgot. I also write in a journal every day, and that's another thing I would like to stick with in 2016. I've been doing it for a while, so it's, or 2017. I've been doing it for a while, so it's not specifically a New Year's resolution, but I would like to continue writing in my journal every day. And that's really nice just because journal writing really helps me organize my thoughts a lot. I'm not writing anything like super personal or like secret or like creative or anything like that, but I just kind of talk about where I'm at and what I've done so far that day and what I would like to do. And then I like to talk and write about the things that are stressing me out and the things that I'm worried about, because writing them down often makes them seem a lot less scary. Like, it's really easy to have something just hang over your head and you don't want to deal with it, so you just don't. And you just pretend it's not there, but you can still kind of feel it. You can still kind of feel it like in the back of your head. And once you've actually, in your journal, when you're journaling, you're kind of forced to just write that down. Like I say, what's stressing me out? And I think about it and I write them down. And once you've actually written it down and looked at it, the next section I usually do is solutions. I just think of, okay, well, what do I do about that? And usually the answer is something really easy that I probably should have done 2 weeks ago. And then you just, once you've actually written down the thing and what you can do about it, it becomes a lot more manageable and a lot less like crushingly overwhelming. So I would recommend journaling to pretty much anybody. I've been using a app, so I can do it on my tablet, and that means I can just sort of take my tablet wherever. I have a little keyboard for it, and I don't have to be like at my desk. You could also use paper, or you could use you could just use like Word documents in your computer. I used to just type up Word documents on my laptop, and that's been really good. Finally got the underlight angler. I did, yes. You got your first pet. You're wondering how you level it up. Any suggestions? Your very first pet, take it around to like in Stormwind or Orgrimmar and just fight some of the baby pets around there. That'll get you your first couple of levels. After that, you just want to start looking for the pet tamers through the zones. So in early leveling zones like in Elwyn Forest and in Durotar, you're going to find tamers that have fights, and you just want to sort of get a couple more pets and level them up until you can beat those tamers, and then progress through the tamers, kind of like in a Pokemon game. Is a good way to get your very first pets done. There is a cheese strat that involves getting specific pets in order to beat specific pets and catch them, and sort of leapfrog your way through it. And I made a video a couple of years ago that is still relevant and it still works, that details how exactly to do that. So if you look up power level pets from scratch on YouTube, you should be able to find my video on that if you want to skip ahead, but there's nothing wrong with doing it slowly and the old-fashioned way with pet tamers. Talking to yourself is good. Thoughts tend to clarify themselves when spoken aloud. Talking to yourself is good, yeah. And the writing is the way I like to do that, just because I'm paranoid that people are listening to me. I know nobody does listen to me. I live alone in an apartment. But now, especially with people getting devices like the Amazon Echo and like the Google Voice or whatever, does it not freak you out that there is a thing in your home, or even like your phone? Like the fact that you can just say, "Hey Siri," and I think I turned off my phone, but your phone just like starts listening to you. It has to have some amount of listening to you at all times to be able to determine when you've said that. Like, that just freaks me right out. Although I still like to sing in the shower. Immigration is a bitch. Yeah. Been there. Been there. My, the reason I'm having to deal with stuff right now is because my interview is coming up. Like, my 2-year interview. I've been in the country for 2 years, and my 2-year green card is about to expire. And we have to apply for a more, I think, a 10-year one. Which means we have to go back for another interview. We have to get a bunch of letters from people that know us. We have to get a bunch of like documentation that we do in fact live together and are in fact still married, and we do still love each other. And I think we have to give them a bunch of money too. Like it's, I think at least $600 that they want just for a fee because they can. Because you can't say, "Oh no, I'm not going to pay you. I'd rather get deported." Nobody says that. So you just kind of give them whatever money that they want and hope that they let you stay. So I'm looking for a Fel Spider, specifically. Great thoughts on why to journal. You have to try them out. And the other nice thing about journaling is you don't have to do it. You don't have to write a book. You can write a really short entry. You can just like open it up in the morning and go, "Hey, it's Wednesday. I would really like a bagel for breakfast, but we're out of them. Shoot." And then that can be your whole thing if you want. You don't have to make it really long, so it doesn't need to take over your whole life. But it can be as long as you want. Usually once I've started, I tend to find that I've got more stuff that I would like to say. Gonna run late because I had a phone call. That's true. Yes, I am gonna run a little bit late. Always said your girlfriend is crazy for doing the same thing you do with the journal. I guess you're wrong then. Nah, it's a perfectly valid strategy of managing stress, and just it's also good for people that are trying to like foster creativeness. Like if you're a writer but you have a really hard time getting started writing, journaling is a really good way to just kind of get that flowing a little bit, because you're not necessarily writing for anybody else to read. And you don't have to creatively come up with what happened. You're not writing about fictional events, but it does still get you writing, which is nice. Thanks for the 2-pet Celestial Tournament, guys. Working a treat. Just 3 more to go. Awesome. Yeah, hopefully you get your Trunks really soon. That's his name, right? I haven't actually used that pet in a long time. Am I tracking pets? I'm looking for a Fel Spider, but I don't know how rare they're supposed to be. I'll have to take a look at the comments here. Pits of Despair. Take the green portal. Alright. I'm in the wrong spot. Take the green. Alright. Pits of Despair, west of the perch. Pits of Despair, take a green portal. Walk through the building to the opposite side. Stand at the edge of the building, looking down. And then jump. That's a really long description. Pits of Despair, west of the perch. Okay. So I'm in Felsurge Nest. If I go west of the perch more, because the perch was the flight point I arrived at. That's the perch. Also, I think I have a quest to actually catch a Fel Spider. I have a world quest. It's gonna give me artifact power. I just want to capture one because I don't have one yet. All right, so Pits of Despair, good. So we made it, and we want to go through. No, we want to take the green portal. Do I see a green portal? Green portal? Hello? I don't see one. Is that a portal? It looks kind of portal-y. Yeah, so the pits go all through here. I'm gonna run in the middle of that thing and see if it takes me anywhere. Oh no. I have no idea. Up to the soul render. I'm just kind of keeping my eyes open because they're supposed to spawn around here, eh? You would think. Maybe no, I don't think I want to jump off. I don't think that's right. It's creepy that they're always listening. Garrison Instant 25 no longer exists. Garrison Instant 25. Oh, that sucks. Yeah. You can still get one if you already have level 25 pets from the pet battle event thing, but that doesn't really help you because you need to have pets. All right, so there's a Fel Spider critter. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We found him. We're good. So we want to this going. Close enough. I don't usually look for rare ones just because I tend to get upgrade stones pretty often just from doing regular pet battle quests. So I've never really felt a need for hunting down rare ones of wild pets when I'm probably never going to use them anyways. Go right back, yeah. Yeah, I didn't end up finding the place that Wowhead was talking about, but this seems to be working just as well, so this should get it, and then we'll see what's next after this. I was really lucky that I found the king feathers as quickly as I did, because I think cuts a lot of time out of the whole pet collecting grind thing. Alright. One Fel Spider. And then we should be able to just chew through these guys pretty quickly because they're critters. Buble Blob, are you Vlad? Maybe Buble Bob is just Buble Bob. Oh, where are you from? I'm from Vancouver Island, in Canada, in BC. I no longer live there. I'm in Oregon now, but I'm from the island. Yeah, I'll bring out the brew pup. He made me want to make tea. That's good. I hope I make lots of people want to make tea. Tea is a generally healthy and refreshing beverage. More or less. I mean, obviously if you like dump a bunch of sugar into it or you're just chugging 9 cups of really strong black tea a day, you're gonna have a caffeine problem. But overall speaking, especially green tea. I drink so much green tea, and I was actually drinking so much green tea that I was worried. Like, I was having a full pot of green tea to myself every single day, and I got to the point where I was worried that maybe it was too much of a good thing. So I like did some looking around online to see if there were any super negative effects of drinking that much green tea. But supposedly the worst thing that can really happen, as long as it's green tea and not cyanide, is caffeine. And there's so much less caffeine in green tea compared to like black tea or coffee that it's not really a big issue, unless you're having like 5 pots a day. And at that point, you're just peeing nonstop. Okay, so we got the Fel Spider, which is good, and that actually got me some artifact power too, oddly enough. So, the Rose Taipan is in Storm. Actually, that means I'm done with Asuna until nighttime when I can catch the Mana Fiend. So, did we finish Val'sharah? Did we finish all the Val'sharah ones? I did. So, I got Val'sharah and Asuna done. What about Stormheim? What do we need from Stormheim? We need an Eaglet, a Rose Taipan, and a Storm-struck Beaver. So, we'll go look for the Eaglet. See, where do we want to head? I'm gonna whistle. Golden Eaglet. You know which breed of the spider is better? I don't, but let me take a look. So, Fel Spider, is it 2 words or 1 word? 1 word. All right, Fel Spider comes in 4 different breeds. You can get it in 100% speed, health speed, or balance, or you can also get, or sorry, speed balance or balance. All right, so I would say Fel Spider. So mine that I just picked up is balance. With speed, it gets really fast. Power, speed. I would say that you want either, if you want like the best breed of it, let's see what kind of moves it's got. You probably want either pure speed or power speed. So mine's not necessarily particularly good, but that's if you're and the reason for that is because at pure speed, he ends up with 341 speed, which is pretty significant. Not much is going to be faster than you at that point. And that's going to guarantee that you have time to get your combo up at least. And it also means you get your leech life off before he hits you. So that's going to give you a little bit extra longevity, but unfortunately, he doesn't have a lot of health. Power speed just puts him at 306 speed, and then matches that with 306 attack. And that's a good mix of attack and speed where you're going to be doing good damage and still faster than most things. The balance breeds, I'd say speed balance is better than balance, so I actually have the worst one. Because speed balance gives it a speed of 306 still, so pretty good speed. And then it splits the health and attack and puts it at 1303 health. The one I have is the one that's going to have the most health at 1319, but they all have pretty crappy health, so they're all kind of squishy. I don't think any of them in particular are, like, amazing. But yeah, the ninja one or the power speed would probably be better. You brew up some green tea and enjoy the stream every week. You just realized you left your tea downstairs. It's probably cold now. Well, you can fix that. I just found out really, like today actually, that my teapot, which actually, hang on, I'll show you guys. Actually, I need to fly to wherever golden eaglets happen. I forgot that I was looking that up. I looked it up and I like navigated away to go check something else. Golden Eaglet Stormheim. Looks like they're kind of in the Val'sharah area. Cool. So, first of all, the top of my teapot lid, I broke it ages ago. Like I knocked it off my counter or something, and this part on the top became detached from the bottom part. And so I recently epoxied it back on. You can see I've done like a really crappy epoxy job on it. And it seems to be pretty on there this time, so I have a good feeling about that. Hopefully it stays. But I just recently found out this whole teapot is microwave safe. I knew it was dishwasher safe, although I usually just hand wash it. But I didn't realize that it was microwave safe, so whenever my tea in it gets kind of cold, I just put it in the microwave, I guess. The whole teapot, just pop it right in there, and I can top it up pretty good. So, been a pleasure. Have yourselves a wonderful evening. Enjoy your weekend. Thanks, Rolling Rock. Have a great time. Finish that achievement. Rescued fawn. So cute. Yeah. We're not far. The dust bunny is going to be kind of a butt. Especially because I haven't really memorized the locations of the rug thing. But I'm sure Wow would be able to help me out with that. So we're going to get... So that one is at night. The Stormheim ones that we need are... Stormheim. So we're looking for... the Eaglet, which is the first one we're going to try and get. The Rose Taipan should be just kind of everywhere. And then after that, the Stormstruck Beaver. Stormstruck Beaver. Pet Battle, Stormheim. Okay, so those are in a smaller variety of places. 2 spawn points located. They spawn near water and lakes. So 47, 52. Alright, so kind of right about 47, 52. So right about there on that lakeside, there should be some Stormstruck Beavers. So we'll after we've run around here for a little bit looking for an Eaglet and a Rose Taipan, we're gonna head back over to like right around here to try and find a Stormstruck Beaver, and that should take care of 3 of the entrants on my list here. After that, I think the Broodlings are probably in Suramar. And then it's Dust Bunny time, more or less. Iced tea it is. That'll do it. Stormheim or Tormenheim, how you prefer the name. I have never heard it Tormenheim. Is that a translation? You finished the achievement, so now you're after the better breeds. Oh, okay, cool. Congratulations. Yeah, the best breed really depends on what you're using it for, because if you're using it for a specific PvE fight, the best breed is the one that gives you enough speed to be faster, while also having enough of the other stats to, like, with, like, the lowest speed that will still make you faster than your opponent, assuming that you can be faster than your opponent in PvE. PvP is much harder, and I'm not really the best person to ask about PvP pet battles. You want Haroma Red X for that. He's the PvP pet battle master. If PvP pet battles were better incentivized, I would probably spend more time doing them, but I can't bring myself to queue like another 200 of them or whatever. Like, I still need another, 197 wins if I want to get a Stunted Direhorn. And that is a lot of PvP pet battling when they take that long for one pet, You're off to see everyone going guitar string shopping and maybe wool for crocheting A cup cozy. You've inspired me. Congratulations. You'll have to let me know how that turns out. Also, I'm pretty sure that you commented on my vlog that you made the cookies, and I still want to see some pictures. So if you can like tweet me or like email me cookie pictures, I would be very interested in that, because I'm really happy that somebody else made those cookies. I was really worried that I spent all that time making that video and like nobody was gonna make them. All right, what is this? Black-footed fox skin. I already have one of those. All right, here we go. Golden eaglet and a rose taipan. No problem. So the eaglet should be right over here. Where'd it go? Should be on top of it. Not this guy. This guy is not a golden eaglet. Termenheim is in Spanish. Oh, okay. I saw your girlfriend playing in Spanish the other day and you like the name? I really like how they, I think it's cool how they do translate a lot of stuff like that. Some games won't necessarily do translations for place names. All right, yeah. Did I heal my pets? Nope. Whoops. That's okay. I can forfeit. He's still going to be there. I could get a rare Highlands mouse, but I think I already have one. All right. And then we just get him back out. Try it one more time. Here we go. What video about cookies? You like cookies? You didn't see my cookie video? Man, your beef convinced another human to make some tea. Yes. Okay. You missed my cookie video. I'm a little surprised, man. A little disappointed. Let me get a link for you. It was. Here we go. Hazel's Wintervale gingerbread cookie recipe. It got 1,500 views, which is not as many as I wanted it to get. Quick kicking yourself about your Wintervale cookies video was great. Yeah, I expected it to get a lot more views, which sounds really ungrateful of me. But just relative to how many views other videos that I may get, I thought more people would want to see that. But I do think it was a good video. I do love that recipe. And I'm open to making more cooking videos, although I think next time I do it, I want to have better hardware. Eventually, I might get a better camera for streaming and making vlogs with, like an actual video camera. And should I do that, I'm going to be able to make much higher quality. Like, I had to use a webcam for that video, which is why it looks really grainy and not that good. Is this thing not in a crate yet? Holy crap. Yeah. Next time I do it, I want to have better video quality because it was a little grainy. But I was working with the hardware I had, so I don't feel too bad about it. It was a huge hit with everyone. You took a bash to your husband's family, friends and family, and everyone loved them. All loved them tonight. Awesome. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay. I killed it. Good. Mud jumper and a mouse. Sounds good. Howl Super Bark should take him almost all the way down, and then I should be able to just bark him to death. I really appreciate that you guys don't mind just sort of hanging out and chatting with me while I collect battle pets for my Safari achievement. Oh dear, he's bubbled. He's got it bubbled. Because otherwise, it is not likely that I would be getting it done. I can't really imagine me, like, finishing my work and, you know, I make dinner and we have dinner and I do the dishes and I have, like, an hour or two to play WoW. I can't really imagine myself just sitting down and collecting wild battle pets. It's just so far from the top of my list that if you guys didn't do it with me, I probably wouldn't get it done. And clearly you're good luck because we had that king feather spawn so quickly. So, I just wanted to say thanks. The tea does get cold quite quickly. I was thinking about a mug cozy, but I feel like I normally hold my tea mugs by the mug. I almost never use the handle. I don't know why, but I almost never hold a teacup by the handle. I'm usually wrapping my hands around it to try and warm up my dead lifeless fingers. So I feel like having a mug cozy would make it much more likely for me to, unless it was like rubber gripped on the inside, which I would probably actually sew onto it if I did make one myself. I'd make me even more likely to spill my tea than I already am, which is pretty likely. I spill my tea quite frequently. My bags are a mess. That's what I'm looking for. Going through your missing pets, and how have you not got Turkey yet? Turkey. Oh yeah, from the Borean Tundra. Yeah, you should go grab him. He's real easy. You just go get him. He's waiting for you. What a great friend day. You haven't worked. House is clean. Hazel made a stream and Just a Bit Flat came back. That sounds like a pretty good day. I usually like to clean like my apartment early on weekends because there's nothing better than relaxing in a place that's really clean. I particularly enjoy vacuuming because I mean, not so much this time of year because it's cold, but walking on vacuumed carpets and bare feet, A+. Best feeling. That with like some fresh bread, like baking bread, like the smell of baking bread filling an apartment. It's pretty good. And now that I have my mixer, I should bake more bread. I should do some bread this weekend, actually. I would really like to make... I think actually, I think my husband was going to pick up some stuff at an Asian food store today. And if he brings back red bean paste, in the Warcraft cookbook, there is a recipe for... I think I did this wrong. Or maybe he just crouched all my damage. I just need to make sure I don't kill it. But in the Warcraft cookbook, there's a recipe for like sesame red bean buns. It's like an Asian bun with like sweet red bean paste in the middle. And I'm going to have my husband take some of them into work because he can't eat them because he's allergic to beans. So it's just going to be like for me, and maybe I can freeze them. They probably wouldn't freeze very well. But anyways, I really want to make them. They look really good and I really want to try them. All right, we're going to try this whole Howl Superbark thing again. And, yeah, it's gonna be good. Got you on my second screen while I'm leveling and all. We appreciate you streaming. Thanks. Great background noise to do my own odds and ends in WoW. I really like having streams on when I play WoW. Like, if I'm just doing something in WoW, like fishing, I almost always turn on Twitch or YouTube streaming, depending on who's on, to... This guy's so resilient. I usually turn on one of them to just listen and chat with, especially if one of my friends is streaming, you can just sort of chat with them through their stream. That's always good. Use the in-WoW recipe to bake some things. Those would have come out so terribly. Oh man, what are some, like, how would you even do that? I'm sure when Chelsea was making the recipes, she probably looked at what was actually involved in them and then went, oh hell no. That's not how you make anything. So, in professions, like in cooking, if you wanted to make like salad, and you do so by combining fish and shanks and olives and salt with a bunch of flowers. That would probably be a weird fish salad, a weird fish meat salad. Oh man. Or let's see here. Olives and fish. Okay. Can you do a video for baking bread? I would like that. Baking bread is one of those things that's really personal, just because it's always going to turn out a little different, depending on A, how you need and how much you need, B, what kind of flour you get, C, your elevation, like the actual air pressure has an effect on things like on baking bread like that. And then your humidity will also have to do... Your humidity affects your flour in a way. It's more prevalent when you're making stuff like pie crusts and pastries, but it also affects bread making. So like people in a very humid climate might have to use less water in a recipe. So you can follow a recipe exactly and still not have it turn out quite right because of something really weird like that. But yeah, when I make the perfect bread, I will share how to do it. I'm still working it out. I'm still, like, every time I make bread, I try it and I make notes about what I did, and then next time I'm like, well, I need to let this rise longer, or I need to knead this more, I need to knead this less, or maybe this needs some more flour, or this was too dry or too sticky, or the crust was too hard, or like whatever. And I'll look up how to fix it and like adjust things a little as I go. And eventually I'll have a really good recipe. That's what I did to make my sweet and sour sauce recipe. For the longest time, I was just trying every different recipe for sweet and sour sauce that I could think of until I finally figured out and adjusted one that I like. So I could probably share that actually. But I haven't nailed down bread. I've nailed down my mac and cheese, and I have nailed down sweet and sour sauce, but I have not nailed down bread. US or EU? Definitely US. North American. Honestly, the best bread recipe they ever made, you use your KitchenAid to mix it. You make it the day before and it's slightly soured when you bake it. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I will never, I will not hand knead bread unless it is a very special bread that absolutely cannot be done in my mixer, because now that I have, it's got that pigtail dough hook, And when I used it to make focaccia bread, it kneaded the bread very nicely. And it worked real good. So the fact that I don't have to knead anymore, A+. Super good. So how are we doing on Pet Stormheim? We need that beaver. Oh, that's right. Banana bread is the best bread. I never liked banana bread just because I really don't like overripe bananas. Like, even if it's not spotted yet, I prefer my bananas to be just like a little bit green. And banana bread is almost always made with bananas that are towards the end of not being good anymore. And that flavor of overripe banana, I hate it. I can't stand it. It's not my thing. I don't judge people that like it, but I can't do it. And I've never had banana bread that was made with bananas that were not overly ripe. So maybe I just need to try making it, but I've never had banana bread I really liked. Very surreal, and wow, with time travel, Gnome burns your stuff, and then you go to your farm and you give little Gnome some carrots. Yeah. There's a lot of instances of that where you just kind of have to not worry about it too much because there's a lot of time-breaking stuff. Gnome's a dreadlord. I never give him anything again. Yeah, it's true. You like the way his hello speech changed if you actually unlocked him in Mists? Have you tried Shadowpriest in the PTR? I haven't. I prefer to be pleasantly surprised. I'm just gonna, like, I've looked at the changes, like, in the Wowhead summary, but I haven't actually gone and played it too much, and I know that unless it's been absolutely gutted, which I don't think it has been, as long as it plays somewhat the same and it does an acceptable amount of damage, then I'm probably not gonna switch. So I prefer to just let the changes happen, and then I try and get used to them, and I try not to freak out too much. It sort of minimizes my emotional damage. So this is the spot where they're supposed to spawn. If they aren't here, then I think I can check the lakes, like, up at the Triage camp. So let's head up there. What server do you play on? You've got a fan from Kel'Thuzad US. I play on Lightbringer. Lightbringer for Alliance, and then I'm Thrall for my Horde characters. You prefer slightly unripe fruit because it's when they have a nice crunch and hard texture. Yeah. I do prefer, like, if I'm eating berries, like, you know, strawberries, blackberries, blueberries, whatever, I prefer those to be slightly on the riper side because underripe berries are very sour. But bananas in particular, always with the underripe bananas for sure. You never like anything containing bananas. You prefer it as a simple fruit. Maduros are good though. I don't know what a Maduro is. I'm gonna Google it. Yeah, I like eating bananas just as a fruit, and then I also like putting bananas in smoothies. When sweet plantains are fried once. Oh, okay, cool. I've never heard of this. It's like a banana-related fruit that's been fried. Oh. Okay, cool. Banana is bomb, though. I'm glad that everybody has such strong opinions about bananas. I'm really glad that people have really decided where they land in the whole banana issue. Alright, we're looking for a storm-struck beaver. That's what we want. Here, beaver, 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 beaver. Here, beaver, beaver, beaver. So, there's a spawn point on the northern side of this lake. And then there's another spawn point kind of around here. Where I'm at. Beaver, beaver, beaver. Beavers? Fried banana, basically? Okay. They serve fried banana at, there's a restaurant in Portland called Fire in the Mountain that we've been to a couple times. And they serve fried all sorts of things, but I think they do fried banana, but I haven't tried the fried banana. I heard it was very hot because the banana like almost liquefies because it gets really hot when you deep fry it. I had their deep fried Oreo, which was good, but it made me really sick. Not because of anything they did to it, but just because I have a really low tolerance for fried food. I enjoy fried food, don't get me wrong, it's delicious. But it's, I don't eat it very often. If I'm having fast food, typically I'll have like Subway. So, deep fried stuff tends to upset my stomach. Took me a while to get the beaver, okay. There's a pet, you got it yesterday. Maduro is not only last name, it means hard or grown. Okay. Your husband doesn't like bananas unless it's Bananas Foster's. I don't know what that is. Is it like a brand of banana? Alright, well, the beaver's not there, and I didn't see him up north. We can follow this river down, and if we follow it all the way down, we still don't find a beaver, then what we do is we realm hop and we try again. Here, beaver, beaver, beaver. There's lots of storm rays. Maybe there'd be one. Oh, yeah. No, it's a squirrel. I don't need a squirrel. Not looking for a grizzly squirrel. You had to server hop a lot, and you weren't successful until yesterday. The beaver was rare. Okay. So, yeah. I was afraid of that. I was hoping that with the king feather I had already gotten like the hard one, aside from of course the dust bunny. But it looks like we're gonna have to try a little harder. I would like to get it on stream. It's 5 o'clock now, but like I said, I took a phone call earlier that took me longer than expected, so I'm gonna just stream like an extra 15-20 minutes probably. Hopefully within 15 or 20 minutes, I can get myself a beaver, a Stormstruck beaver. You live in PDX too? Awesome, been watching YouTube forever and had no idea. Yeah, we're not like in Portland, but we're also not far from it, so we get into town not too infrequently. I really like it around here, although it's been very cold in the last week or two. Every time I walk my dog, it's just freaking freezing outside. I wear 2 coats, and that's good. And then I have insulating leggings, and I put those under fleece pants, and then my legs are good. And then I'll put 2 pairs of socks on inside my boots, and then my feet are okay. But my hands get really cold. I wear gloves, but the gloves that I wear are, they're touchscreen friendly because I play Pokemon Go when I walk like a cool kid. And they're as much glovage as I can wear while still being able to play Pokemon Go, but unfortunately it does not keep my hands very warm, so I tend to kind of put them in my pockets, and that helps a little bit. But my fingers are usually real cold by the time I get done with my walk. Hair chance next to a pond in that area, try realm hopping there. Yeah, I'll probably go back to this spot. People were saying there's a couple spawn points right there. So I'm probably gonna head back there and then just server hop in that spot. I don't think I have my server hop add-on anymore, but I can probably just like manually jump into people's groups. It's supposed to snow again. It's supposed to snow again? I need it. Like, the snow was really pretty the first time, and I enjoy snow atmospherically, but it makes the sidewalks really icy, and it makes it really hard to walk my dog. So typically when it snowed, I'll take my dog for a much shorter walk because I'm afraid of falling over and dying. Or at least severely injuring myself, because I fall over on perfectly stable ground, so ice is just asking for trouble. So snow is bad because I can't walk my dog very far, and he gets all antsy, and I get all antsy, and it's just too cold. It's too cold. It's been cold lately, but thankfully it hasn't actually snowed since, or the snow was gone pretty quickly. Off the sidewalks anyways. There's still snow in the grass because it's been cold enough that it hasn't melted. So it looks like this is kind of the spot right here. And it seems pretty safe, so I just server hop right here, and I hope for a beaver. How did anyone ever find this cave? I think it went for a surprisingly long amount of time before someone actually discovered it. Hi, love your voice. Thanks, Melody. How are you doing? Alright, so we're just gonna find groups. Doesn't really matter how big the group is. Find group, look for beaver. Probably zoned by now. Alright. No beaver. Find group, look for beaver. I think the World Quest group finder groups are pretty auto-accept. So... Alright, is that a beaver? No, it's a squirrel. Crap. I got all excited. It's not a beaver. Let's try again. What about this one? Or this one? Alright, what about this one? And, oh. Yeah, oh no, bucktooth flapper. Crap, I was all excited. So I guess they share spawns with the Stormstruck beavers. So there's 2 pets up there, but they're not the right ones. Exactly that time you should find it. It's not in Manhattan today. It sucks to leave the house when it's snowing too. Yeah. Hi, I'm Hazel. Hey, Skaterman. Somebody was asking about you earlier. Being cooped up because of the snow, your kids are going nuts. You gotta go. See you next time. Thanks for streaming. See you later, Eileen. Check the other pond. The other pond. What other pond? That one? I feel like just sitting in the one spot is probably the best if you're realm hopping. And then if I realm hop like a lot and I can't find it, then I'll switch spots. All right. Beaver. Oh, there's a critter. That's not it. It's not right. In majority of the US and the UK, it's raining as usual, no snow in sight. Yeah, it doesn't, apparently, it didn't used to snow very often in Portland, but apparently it does now, because it snowed quite a few times so far this year, and it shows no signs of stopping anytime soon. Oh, crap, it's supposed to snow tomorrow, and then again the following Saturday. And then thunderstorms on Monday. Alright. Guess I'm staying inside for a while. Alright, so Beaver. I should be keeping track of the realms that I'm hopping to, but I'm not. I'm being really lazy about this. Beaver? No Beaver. No, not set roll, just Beaver. Hazel, check the other pond. Before you leave the server, the Beaver might be there. I'm just going to run through all the servers that I can find here in this spot, and then if I can't find them, then I'll move and then check them, so I'm not running back and forth all the time, is my plan. More relaxing to hear the rain than just seeing the snow. Yeah, seeing the snow is nice, but it gets old. definitely gets old. You here supposed to be getting some bad freezing rain tomorrow. See, that's awful. That's not even pretty. It doesn't even have the courtesy of looking nice. Your friend in Eugene is not having fun. Should be starting here soon. Already raining and the temperature's dropping. You spent the day shopping. Well, that's good. You should stock up on like all the food and necessities you need, especially if you think you're gonna get snowed in for a while. Beaver. Why is somebody doing a world coaster for barrels of fun? That doesn't seem right. Oh, here we go. Beaver? Long-eared bucktooth flappers. Just the normal beavers. What else we got? I should be keeping track of the servers that I've visited. Trees are pretty all frozen, but yeah, no fun. Any weather that gets the roads really dangerous always makes me uncomfortable. I always worry a lot about my friends and family. Yeah, just because you see traffic accidents everywhere. Especially places like this where people don't have years of experience of driving in the snow. Some people don't respect it enough, and it just gets dangerous. And even if you are really careful and do everything perfectly, you can still have really terrible accidents happen. So I stress out a lot about that. By stock up, you bought 3 gallons of milk, 5 boxes of cereal, a package of hot dogs, and a package of hot dog buns. I mean, you're set, I guess, for a while. You might have to eat a lot of hot dogs, but I'm sure you've thought that through. Beaver? It's a bunch of bucktooth flappers. Oh, there's a slithering brown scale. Yeah, I'm not really having a lot of luck. I'll try a couple more groups, but if that doesn't work, then I'll switch spots. Take me to Airy Peak. This place, it takes you a couple of seconds to really zone in. You can't keep track of the servers, kill the critters, it might make it spawn the other beavers. That's true. I should be killing the critters. Sometimes I can't bring myself to do it. I feel like as somebody that plays a druid, that's just not right. Alright, let's try the other spot. The other best spot appears to be kinda in the area of the Triage camps. We're gonna go back. Small waterfall. Cave behind the other waterfall. Yeah. We're gonna try the north spot and then server hop over there and see if that does it. There's a beaver in your realm right now. Yeah. I'll find one. Alright. Maybe not today, but maybe today. It should, like, nothing in these WoW comments says it's like the worst thing ever. You can also kill non-pet versions and try and make them spawn. I had to do that for one of the ones that was supposed to be like pretty easy ended up being really hard. I think it was in High Mountain. I needed a northern hawk owl and I just couldn't find one for the life of me. So I spent ages running around killing the hawk owl critters until it worked out. European server though? Ah, yeah. Fun to stumble under a rail spawn too, not just sit there and force it over and over. Yeah, I mean, that's always nice, but I don't get out here all that much, especially now that I'm not always doing my world quest when I should be. And I'm not always paying attention to the pets around me. I should be, especially now that I'm within reach. So I know they can spawn up here, but I think the best place is kind of down the hill in between the two waterfalls. Based on the Wowhead spawn point map, there's a more concentrated little nest of spawn points. Sort of down here. Down the hill a little bit, past the wreckage, there should be a waterfall there, and then a waterfall with a cave or something? What did it say? Stretch of water next to the crashed airstrip. One end is a small waterfall, and then another waterfall behind cave. Alright. Is there a cave behind this one? That's a bucktooth flapper. So it looks like this is sort of the right area. Yeah, here's the caves. This is what they're talking about. So I want to sort of set up around here and server hop a little bit and also kill critters and see if I can get one to spawn that way. So kill critters, and they share spawns with the flappers, so that would do it. Alright, critter. Any other ones? So it looks like right along here and then this sort of whole stretch. And that's a grizzly squirrel. I'm gonna switch my mount so I'm actually using that one by default. It's a good one. Look at that spot. Look at a good one to try and server hop. You might get one. Okay. Unwets hate high mount and land mount? Yeah. Alright, so it looks like they might happen all through this area, but I should probably be able to see them from back at this corner. Bucktooth flapper critter, yeah. Die! Oops. Alright, so let's scooch right over. Like right about here should be a good place to sit, yeah? Yeah. And start server hopping again. Questing groups. I'll sign up for the new one so I'm not spamming like the same people over and over again with my server hopping. Alright, so this person, critters, don't see any, so I should probably like run up and down on each one, right? So this was, Eaglet the Enduring, what realm was that? That was, questing, find a group. Well, it's gone now. Alright, so this one is Tolbarad. And Beavers? Beavers. No beavers. Dead beavers. Alright. You got mine outside the cave. Shows your 5 favorite mounts. I don't know if I can think of 5 off the top of my head. I'm a big fan of this one. This is the Ghastly Charger. It can also fly, but without spreading wings, which I really like. It's one of the TCG ones, but I just bought it with gold. Alright, so this one, Worm Rest Accord. Let's try that. This one is Wildhammer. Okay. Yeah, Bucktooth Flapper. Got all excited. Flapper and a critter. I didn't think the beaver was going to be this rare. This is what I get for getting that king feather so easily. Alright. Looks like no dice on that one. What else we got? Kirin Tor. That one was created 57 minutes ago. Oh, it still lets me in. We've got a fish pool, but I don't see any beavers. I see some critter beavers. Storm Rage. Playing WoW right now, you have a beaver in front of me. You want an invite, so you can server hop and catch it. Are you on North American servers? Oh gosh. The server has a bat rider on it. physicist. How did we start talking about your degrees? Things to increase the power of the rare requests. Fox requests. Okay. Why did you just land in the creator magic and really good luck? Love you. I gotta go to sleep. It's 3 a.m. Good luck out there. Thanks. Jay up there with the server hop for it. How you find this mount that walks in water? These are fishing mounts. You get them from doing anglers dailies, like Nat Peggle stuff, basically. You can do the mop Nat Peggle stuff or the WoD stuff. I think the mop stuff is still faster, although the Warlords one can be grinded out if need be. I'm playing Kel'Thuzad. Yeah, if you make a group, or you can just invite me. It's if you invite Hazel from Lightbringer, and you type it just like that, you should be able to invite me, and that'll probably be the fastest way to do it. Doing the world quest. Wooden. Korgath. Kulturas. Maybe I can find a Kel'Thuzad group too. Although the spawn point might not be right here. Hey Katie, do you want up? Hey. She's really cute. She's figured out how to put her paws up on like my leg and then tap my elbow, specifically my elbow with her paw. To whenever she wants up, and then I just like turn the chair around and then she just jumps up here because she's really good at getting what she wants. Hey. Katie. You wish you knew what was happening to Guardian Druids in 715? There's a Wowhead article that summarizes everything that's happening to the class changes. I think they have it promoted right now. We're up to January 10th. Class changes. PTR compilation of class changes from all the build. So this is a pretty updated version. Hello from the space. Hello from Greece. Hello. Okay. Just kind of waiting on invite. If you haven't found it, give me a sec. Computer to restart. Okay, sure. Was it at this spot? Because I might be able to find a Kel'Thuzad thingy here. Let's check this one. Beavers? Beavers? No beavers. That's gonna despawn. You're standing right next to it doing a world quest. How are priests doing 715? He still doesn't want to know. I wouldn't say I don't want to know. I just haven't actually gone on the PTR and tested it. They're trying to nerf Surrender to Madness a little bit more, but just like the top end of it. And I don't think it's going to change that much over where the hotfixes they've already done. It seems like, for the most part, it's going to be in a similar place. So they're buffing general Shadow Priest abilities like Mind Blast and Mind Flay to they're buffing those a little bit to compensate for the fact that they have nerfed they nerfed dot refreshing with Void Bolt. So Void Bolt no longer completely refreshes your dot. It now just adds 3 seconds to their duration because they want you casting your dots a little bit more. And then they did something else. There's a nerf in here somewhere. Oh yeah. Surrender to Madness now generates 100% more insanity instead of 150%, so you cannot last nearly as long as Surrender to Madness. So that's kind of what's up with that. We'll see. It looks like it'll still be playable. I don't know if it's going to be as good as it has been, just because right now on fights that I can get a really good surrender off to, I'll top the meters, and then in fights where I can't, I'm really crap. So I think what they're hoping for is that you're no longer just destroying meters on fights where you can get a good surrender off, but that you are more relevant on meters in other fights where you're just kind of average. They want to make us a little less polarized and a little bit more middle of the pack. We'll see how it works out. Just started watching your videos. I'm enjoying it so far. Thanks, Mr. B6. Try a couple more groups while I wait. Give this another like 5, maybe 10 minutes before I go and have to start dinner. I haven't decided what I was going to do for dinner yet. I think I might have decided to make burritos. I have the stuff to do burritos. Kirin Tor. Did I try Ghostlands? Let's try this. Beaver. Oh, that's a bucktooth flapper. That's not the right kind of beaver. We need a storm-struck beaver, not a bucktooth flapper. Darn. Micro weaver, new monk spec. Ah. Almost done. You play in a microwave. That's pretty funny. Hopefully it's still there. Stone Mall. That's a grizzly squirrel. Not the right kind of beaver. I might just have to, like, drop by this place every time I do world quests. And not... Assuming this doesn't work out. And not necessarily... Oh! I found one! I found one! I found one! Alright. I'm gonna kill this guy. And then, alright. I don't actually need the invite. One is spawned on my realm because I'm really lucky like that. Alright. And double checking my bets. They all look good. Must be standing to pet battle. Won't levitate. Alright. Beaver. Alright. Yes. Okay. Let's not kill it. So Jolt won't damage it. Buried treasure heals it, which is kind of annoying. And then he might actually Beaver Dam. So I'm gonna hit him gently until we've discovered if he is damned or not. So that was his heal. Let's howl. See if he Beaver Dams. There's the Beaver Dam. Okay, so that blocks 2 attacks. So I hit it once. Hopefully he hits it once with a Jolt, and then I am able to still get the Super Bark off with the Howl buff. That gets him down to 1 health. Get some pristine traps rolling. Okay. Come on, buddy. Come home. Come home. Ragnar's connecting with American servers. Maybe you can find it there. We got one. Alright. I just need to not mess this up. Not that it's very likely that I would mess it up. It would take some real doing to lose a fight against a green squirrel and a white frog. Beaver's normal. Yeah, it's just a normal beaver, but you know what? That is what upgrade stones are for. I am long past my days of trying to farm up rare quality pets that are rare. If it's a really common pet, like, and it's spawning everywhere, like the Gleamhoof Fawns in Val'sharah, then yeah, I'll probably look for a rare one, but stuff like this, nope, I take what I can get. I don't even care about the breed. I'm usually just getting them for my collection. I don't necessarily use them in battle pets. You want epic pets? I think it would be cool, but if they make it so every pet can be upgraded to epic, that's going to be a real big grind for those of us with, like, what, 800 pets? I don't want to have to upgrade 825 pets. That's going to take me a really long time. Oh man, let's make use of my Dragonkin buff. Oh, I thought I was going to get him. I'm so close. Oh well. Kitty, we did it. We did it. That's a cat. There he is. Hey. Not quite. There we go. Now we did it. Okay, 1 Stormstruck Beaver. So the only thing that I need now is I need the Eldritch Manapine, which is nighttime, the Dust Bunny, and then I think the Broodlings are Surmar. Those shouldn't be too hard. Maybe we'll do those in the next stream. But it's about 524. I feel like I have mostly made up the time that we spent on the phone call earlier. I'm going to try and remember to edit the VoD tomorrow. The VoD of this stream should go up tomorrow. I'm going to try and remember to edit it to actually cut out the phone call so nobody has to watch me talk on the phone for 20 minutes. They decided upgrading pet levels was an awful idea. Level them pets up to 50, yeah. Hopefully they never, ever, ever do that. Or if they do, that they just upgrade all pets that are at 25. But I don't think they need to make pet leveling any grinder than it already is. In any case, I am going to start dinner. So thank you all so very much for watching and hanging out with me. I'll be back next week. The VoD of the stream, like I said, going to be up tomorrow. Don't forget to check out the vlog if you haven't watched that already. That went up earlier today, so there's a new one of those. And have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.